Going live, Nova. We're going live now with dual cameras, honey. Yeah. Yeah, now with dual cameras. Yeah. Isn't that right, Nova? Yeah. What a good girl. Alright, let's get chat up. Let's get chat up on the old tablet up here. If you guys want to see, this is my... There's the tablet, so we just gotta go to my channel, gotta go to live, and we'll click on the one that's live right now. There we go, mouse modding and Lofi live. We watch our own stream because we're cool like that. And keep it on mute, and we got chat going. Friday night mouse modding, huh? Gotta enjoy it while we can. The lighting's a little weird, there's nothing I can really do about it, I apologize for that. But that's what we got going on. Why don't I clean off this here? I don't know where I got this little spray bottle, but this is another good mouse modding thing. I just put some isopropyl alcohol in it and use that to wipe off this here phone screen. Yeah. Yeah, so guys, let me know how audio and video is. I did just like spend like the past hour setting all this stuff up and checking audio levels, but you never know. I don't know why. I don't think I need hydrogen peroxide here anymore. I use this along with an ultrasonic cleaner to try to get yellowing out of a final mouse. And it did it about 50%, so semi-successful. So what are we working on today, Phalanges? What are we working on today? We are going to be working on these two red mice here. Maybe a little bit of cleanup too. Could definitely use some of that. A little bit of cleanup. Cool. Yeah, maybe put on some skates on this Viper too. I got a bunch of skates in from AliExpress. Yes, sir. Put this grip tape away. We don't need this. Isn't that funny? You can just tell. You can just look at grip tape and you can kind of tell if it's going to be good stuff or not. The stuff that has all that like gamer font on it, you can always tell that's not going to be good because it's kind of it looks kind of plasticky. These might work well for the Viper. I could also potentially do really large actual Viper skates too. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Just need to get some of these crumbs off here. Yeah, how do these skates look? I don't even know. These are an Amazon brand of skates, but they're actually pretty nice. Actually pretty nice. That's a decent fit. I wonder if the sensor ring is the same with the Viper V2 versus V3. These are obviously V3 skates. Which I think the V3, looking at these, I think the V3 is actually narrower. Wow, yeah, look at how much, look at the size difference. So you guys can actually see. Top-down camera, huh? We're living in 2025. Phalanges figured out how to have two webcams. I'm still using the Droid Cam app, hence the stupid watermark that y'all see. But I'm using the free version right now. I do need to buy the full version. I think I'm gonna... $15 is probably worthwhile. Is this skate wider? This skate is wider. Okay, so these are Hasaku skates from AliExpress. And I just got a whole bunch of them. I got, with coins, a 2-pack was like $2. So $1 for a set of full-size skates. Good quality, nice adhesive. They're not like insane quality, I would say, but they're good. And just a good universal kind of shape, so I figured why not? I'll give it a shot. Yeah. That's a pretty good fitment. It's not perfect, but we're gonna go with it. We're gonna rock it. Is the, these are M-Cho skates. Are these any bigger? No, they're actually a little bit smaller. Yeah, slightly smaller. Okay. Well, my dot setup here has served me well in the Viper. Maybe I should just keep it. Wow, I'm crazy indecisive. We're just gonna keep it. Okay. So much for all that thought process. Okay. Tomorrow I'm going to play pickleball. Isn't that crazy? A friend invited me. I've never played pickleball before. I have paddles from Vine. That I just gave like a pretty generic review on because I had never actually played before, but they seemed like good quality and stuff, so. But tomorrow we play at a local park. Playing with a friend from college and a couple of his friends. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. So I like to keep my AliExpress baggies that I get with like switches and stuff. Exhibit A right here. And oh, Armor Opticals? When did I get these? What in the world? Oh. Huh. I thought AliExpress shorted me 2 Armor Opticals way back like a month ago. But I just found them, I guess. Well, there's all my Hasaku skates. I'll throw my Viper skates in here too. Keep them all together. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, how are you guys liking the dual camera setup, huh? This was requested by on last week's Mousecast that premiered a couple days ago. I haven't talked to Daz about his vacation at all. I assume it's going well because he's been in our Discord here and there. So I know he was worried about not feeling relaxed. Poor guy. All my batteries here. Oh, it's so dusty. Now I need to like actually keep my space clean now that I have a top-down camera, huh? All right. Yeah, so I did get some switches in. These aren't going to be the switches I'm putting in, but I did get... Why don't we open them up? Why don't we open them up? So I got some switches for middle mouse buttons. So as you guys know, sometimes middle mouse will be on like a riser. Well, first of all, I got these because so many middle mouse buttons are the stupid little black squares that sometimes they're not very tactile. Not as tactile and like nice rebound as an actual micro switch. So I got proper micro switches, but with the... Sorry, which webcam do I look at? This one. There we go. And here's ones with a slightly different riser height. Yeah. Autofocus working good on a phone. So that's what I got. And then look at this, guys. I got these. I'm kind of disappointed. So I wanted to get some more silent switches just to have some. And I read a Reddit thing that said these... I think these are Juano branded. He called them like gray box transparent housing or whatever. He said these were really good in a Reddit post. He said they were the most tactile. And I was like, yes, I am after. I like how poppy these Juano silent switches are. And this guy is saying that these clear ones are even more tactile. But I'm not... Oh, maybe they are. They feel not as special as I thought. But feel free to say what's up in chat. What are you guys up to? What are you guys up to on your Friday night, huh? Oh, I can already tell there's variants. Just these 2 clear ones here. One's less tactile than the other. Yeah. Okay, that's a bummer. They don't have enough travel is the problem. Yeah, these Juano silent brown tops. I need to get more of these. They're so darn cheap too. I have like 8 of them here, but I do want to try. Some people say the yellow dot ones are a little bit better. So I want to try those at some point. And I apologize for the like scan lines. So fun fact, hey Bravi, what's up? How you doing? The kind of dark lines that you guys see, like let me bring my hand up. See those dark lines? That is because my work light here is an LED, which has a certain refresh rate. And so do camera sensors also have like some, I don't know, you can Google it. Basically, people are like, yeah, you either have to like switch away from a digital camera or you have to change your lights. And I'm not changing my lights and I'm not changing my camera. So I have 2 cameras going. Oh, I can show you guys my setup. Hang on. Going rogue here. How did I flip that? Okay. We're gonna go front camera. Okay. Show you guys my awesome dual camera setup here. So, flip this again to the back camera. This is the phone case. I just pulled the phone out of the phone case with my super glued magnet on the back, and then my charging cable. And then here's my setup there with the camera on top. My old Galaxy phone. S7 active. Man, why did they get rid of the active lineup? So that's my setup. Oh, and then I'm monitoring the stream behind me, and then there's the lo-fi that you guys are listening to. So I'm pretty proud of myself. This is on like a woodworking clamp. And then this is magnet to another another woodworking clamp. And it's working well. Working real well. Yes, sirree. And they're all on magnets, so I can just look at that. I can just take them off, show you guys something, and plop them back on. That was a trick from Daz. Okay, how's my framing here? Am I zoomed in? That's a bit better. Yeah, sure. So we're supposed to get to mouse modding, huh? But I am kind of just here chatting. I don't know, I'm not nearly as entertaining. So I started watching, speaking of not being as entertaining, I started watching, there's a guy who's a host on the Linus Tech Tips YouTube channel. And his name is Elijah. And he has a YouTube channel called Boca Bola. Bocabola. I wonder what it means. Boca is Spanish for mouth, I know. Shout out Spanish class in high school. And he's a really entertaining streamer. I think he does a lot of gaming, but I think he also does a lot of just chatting stuff. I don't watch his Twitch. I only watch his like YouTube upload VODs. Oh, you guys want to see some of my stuff here that I have because like I'm a modder and whatever? Here's scroll wheels. So I have on one side rubbers and on the other side wheels, and there's some crossover because I could be more organized. I also have these are some silicone wedding bands. They don't always work exactly right. Like some of these are way too thin. What else do I have here? I have a crap ton of Omron D2F-F-7N switches because I do some refurbishing. So I got some genuine Omron switches at a very, very low price. I want to say these are like, bro, I got these. These are probably like 7 cents a piece or so. I've gone through a lot already. This is actually crazy. This thing used to be, I think I just lost. Oh, there it is. I've gone through, like this thing used to be full. I haven't refurbished mice in a while though. I've been more just like buying and reselling isopropyl alcohol on a sprayer that I showed you guys previously. And I have, oh my gosh, I got so much stuff. I got Dremels. I have too many Dremels. I like bought one and then I got another one from Vine. Yeah, consumerism for the win, but now I don't even have to switch out bits, but one of these broke, so I can't even get the bit out. Got my Omron opticals. I got all these switches. You guys want to see all my switches? This isn't even all of them. Switches on switches, huh? These are Juanos and Kales. In here. There you go, get the reflection out of your eyes. These here are, this is a lot of Omrons and then miscellaneous stuff. And then here is Omron opticals and TTC. Yeah, it's actually not as organized as it could be, but I don't know, I got all of these too from AliExpress. Oh yeah, here's dot skates. These are all AliExpress dot skates. None of these are fancy pants dot skates. Here's some fancy pants dot skates I'll throw in here though. Why not? I don't know what else I'm gonna do with them. And I had these skates too. But I plan on modding. I'm going to be modding the 2 red mice down here to answer your question. And these are not going to fit in this here compartment, so we're going to cut them. Boom. Dot skates cut. These are from Lamzoo's mice. These are pretty nice skates. They're rather smooth. Thick, too. Very thick skates. But some of these are Jades. I never buy aftermarket, fancy, like, expensive skates. I buy cheap skates from AliExpress. I don't know. I have too many mice. It's not... I don't know. If I was smart, like, I would just use a WML Strider and be done with it. But here I am with a million mice because it's fun. And I can't afford to put skates on all of them. Expensive skates on all of them. So they get the old AliExpress dot treatment. Got my garbage bin over here off camera by the Mousecast logo. G604 skates. I got G604s that I need to refurb. I think I have 4 of them. And dude, if you have one with the box in like decent condition, easy $100 on eBay. If you have one new in box, dude. I actually have a story. You guys want to hear a mouse story from back when Phalanges was just a wee lad? Well, not really. So I have been into computers, buying and selling. I did that in high school. I did it as a way to get a little bit of money and kind of feed the hobby, be able to upgrade. And so I'm scouring Facebook Market. Well, at that time that didn't exist. This is maybe 15 years ago. I'm scouring Craigslist like daily for stuff, and sometimes when you go out of town, you check that side of the state's Craigslist. So that's exactly what I did. I was going out of town, and I saw this guy was selling a bunch of mice and other stuff from the 2005 to 2010 era, and this is probably in 2008 era, and this is probably like 2010, 2012-ish. Dude he was like a hoarder. Okay. He bought a bunch of new in-box stuff and just kept it and didn't do anything with it. And eventually it was this guy passed away or was put into a nursing home or something like that. And the relative was like getting rid of all this stuff for him. So the relative knew, I think, roughly the value of things, but did not have the attachment that the hoarder dude did. This is in a town about 3 hours away from where I live, but I was visiting some people over there. Dude has boxes of Corsair headsets, Logitech mice, Razer keyboards, all this stuff. I remember being with my cousin and trying to tell myself what should I take. Don't let me make regrettable decisions and just buy everything. Also, this is like cash, so I only had so much cash on me. I ended up getting, I forget how many, but I ended up getting a bunch of Logitech what were they? G400S or MX 518s. One of those older shapes. I think they were no. Man. Now I'm blanking on it. Anyway, I got a bunch. Let's just say they were G400s. I got a bunch of them. New in box. Paid $15 a pop for them. Flipped them on eBay. But the dude on eBay wanted to buy like all 3 of them. Yeah, okay, this is coming back to me. I bought 3 of them. He wanted to buy all 3 of them, and he offered me a lowish amount, and I was like, eBay fees suck. And he was like, I'm a truck driver, and I'll be over on your side of town in a month. Can you wait and hold on to them? I was like, sure. He was gonna give me $300 for all 3 of them, and that was a pretty cool score. So that was an early wheeling and dealing thing that I did. That was, let's see, did I keep anything out of that? Yes, I kept, you guys can look this one up, an MX 310. I sold that a while back for like $70, I remember. But but I bought it for next to nothing. What else did I get there? I got some G400s for myself also. And I got... That's all I can think of. I remember my cousin got a headset. Yeah. We're doing a Darmo Shark N5 right here. Darmo Shark mice are, they've come a long way. They've gotten a lot better. And I'm actually going to switch over and do this deluxe M800 mini first, because I had a guy on Reddit ask me what the encoder height was, and I was like, check the mouse mouter spreadsheet. Then I checked the mouse mouter spreadsheet, and it says 11 millimeters question mark. So that is not very good on me to put a question mark next to next to something. Okay, they did Razer's skate design. I wonder if Razer does like, so we commonly see rings, like here's an M-Chose. We see a ring, but Razer does a D shape. Why is that? And then you think people like Deluxe, you think Deluxe even bothers trying to R&D the shape of the middle skate, or you think they just go ahead and look at what the big boys are doing and just copycat? I think just that. That's what I would do if I was Deluxe. Spend my time on other parts of the business than just honing in on this one little aspect that I could let a big boy do all the research on, and I just copy it. Yeah, so you guys are seeing my setup here. I got, this is magnetic over here. JST connector, get out of here. For battery swaps, you guys want to see my JST connectors? Here's some, my lighters and all my heat shrink tubing. Here's more JST connectors. Wow, I'm rather low. I've gone through a lot. Yeah. These bundles used to be like full. But JST connectors, I want to say you get a 10-pack on AliExpress for like $1 before coupons and everything. They're just wicked cheap. Yeah, modding is it's very much more attainable than what people think. The thing is time. Like, I don't even bother telling Daz, oh, you should get into modding, because I know he won't. And that's totally fair. He's better off just reviewing, and if he doesn't like a mouse, just selling it. There's so many good mice out there these days. The modding really has to be something you find enjoyment in doing, to the point where you live stream it to 4 people on a Friday night. Okay, y'all want to see how I open? Oh, that's right, I wanted to foam mod this one too. Boom. Yeah, they did a great job with this PCB. I want to say I got 140 milliamp hour. No leaking lithium smell. They did a great job on this PCB. I want to say the M800 Mini is using the same PCB. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. But we're going to take out these main buttons too, and they're a little bendy. I'm going to put some foam on them. I was thinking about Omron Optical swapping this too. These mechanical switches feel nice. They're just, it's a rather hollow sounding mouse. Isn't that funny? I wonder if we're going to see one day people putting acoustic foam on the inside, because sometimes the sound is a little jarring. And the encoder is a 13 millimeter. So I need to make that note for myself. M900 Mini, 13 millimeter. Let me get myself some water too. Look at this, I got a wireless headset, so you guys can come with me to the bathroom while I refill my water bottle. Yep, I gotta review this Razer headset that I'm wearing right now. Razer Black Shark V3 Pro. So it's on Amazon. I think it was just released at like $250. It was just released maybe a month ago. And I got a Vine review unit. Hang on, I can show you guys the box. Water bottle refilled, recharged. Oh, this is the wrong box. Okay, I don't know where the box is. Oh, here it is. Here's the box. Black Shark V3 Pro. Hefty box. Razor does a good job. Who else we got in chat? Shout out Daz. Hey, enjoying the mouse streams with you and Daz. Oh, good. Enjoying the Mousecast podcast. I'm glad you are, Jeremy. Is that Jeremy JK? I don't know who. Sorry, I don't recognize. I played Star Wars Battlefront with a guy named Jeremy. Good old Elven King. Okay. I just use the mic mute button. Fancy pants stuff. And I gotta remember, I think I keep forgetting that I'm on this camera too. So I'm worrying more about what I'm doing here and not what's going on this camera. I hope that doesn't get me in trouble. I go and I was about to say and I fart on the camera, but not that you guys can hear that. Haha. Could have been farting this whole time, you wouldn't know it. Speaking of farts, what you guys have for dinner today? What are you farting out this Friday night? Weird way to say that, but I had, wait, what the hell did I just, oh, I had some fish and some rice, some green beans and some salad. My wife likes to get these little pre-made, seasoned salmon fillets. You know, it's like two fillets, you know, each fillet's, you know, the size of a small piece of toast. And they're not cheap, you know, they're probably on sale, you know, $8. So price per pound for salmon ain't great. It's probably not even a pound of food, but it's just so easy to just throw in the oven. And they do such a good job. I don't even know what brand they are. She gets them from Target though. Oh man, why do women love Target? Actually, I know why. It's a good, decently clean store, and they actually have shockingly good prices on some things. Shockingly bad pricing on other things, but... Oh, did I boot my camera? Things look okay. Things look okay. Yeah, I soldered Omron opticals into this, but I forget why I took them out. But I'm gonna take these guys out. Yeah. Turn on the old soldering iron. See if we trip a circuit breaker here. Nah, I have a ton of I got a ton of things plugged in right now, but they're all low draw devices, all into the same power strip. Jeremy says, been collecting myself for a while, but priorities have shifted and sold most. Kind of back though. These damn China brands keep piquing my interest. Yes. Not to be a weirdo, but peaking, actually, the peaking you're using should be Piquing, I believe. Yeah, Daz, it's funny, Daz actually had the same story as you, Jeremy. Hey, Viku. Yeah, VQP. Daz had the same story. He was not super into mice. He was looking to offload some stuff. Like, he had like a 5 mouse collection, and he was looking to offload some stuff, and we met up on eBay or Mouse Market or something like that. Technically it was eBay anyway, and we met up locally because we're about 50 minutes from one another. You guys want to see how I pull out a switch without a desoldering sucker? Just melt them both. I got my clamping them down here. Oh, is it stuck? There we go. And then I get my little trash bin with my solder sucker and I clean up so I can reuse these switches. And he was looking to downsize his collection, and he met up with me, and he was like starting to get back into it a little bit, and we started messaging on Discord. And this is like, we started Mousecast November of 2024. This is like summer of 2024. We met up at a local mall. And we had been messaging each other a lot, like basically daily. At least I want to say it was daily. I hope I'm not misremembering that. And yeah, now we have fantastic YouTube videos from him. He has 2,000 subs. He gained 2,000 subs in like 7 months. It's pretty good growth. When I don't know if it was on the Logpile Mousecast episode or afterward, but Logpile did say, he was like, your growth, Daz, has been really, really, really fast. Daz hit it so hard, dude. He hit it hard. Kudos to him. On Mousecast, after he logged off and we like showed his channel or something, I think at one point I was like, yeah, he passed me his subscribers, and I hope that didn't come across as like a competitive thing. Not at all. Daz deserves it, dude. I don't deserve my subscribers. I deserve the like 400 of you guys who are here for Mousecast. Thank you very much. The rest of the people are all from like Battlefront content, which I like don't post anymore. I still get comments sometimes being like, are you coming back? Oh man. I got pinged the other night to come play like a 2v2. And I'm like, guys, I uninstalled that game like 6 years. Yeah. No, 5 years ago. It was 2020. Holy crap. Guys, COVID is 5 years old. What? I feel like if COVID hit again... Wait, does talking about COVID get me, like, demonetized or something? I don't know. I actually turn off monetization for my streams. You guys, I don't know if you still get YouTube ads, but Twitch is, like, unwatchable for me. It's insane. You go to, like, just check a Twitch stream, and you're literally hit with, like, a 60-second ad immediately. Yeah, I don't know. The like couple mouse modding VODs, or the one mouse modding VOD that I have up, I have monetization turned off. The Mousecast episodes, I went back and I enabled monetization on all of them. Sorry, but I did. There's just part of it that's like, even if I only get like $1 or $2 for a Mousecast episode, there's just something about it where it's like, I don't know. Just remembering that you actually are getting something out of it. I don't know. The money is negligible, but that's not why we do it. And that's something that I think a lot of people misunderstand. Not about Mousecast, but about life in general. Is that, in like entrepreneurial things in general, it's like often the huge money doesn't just come on day one. Hardly with anything. So it takes like working at it to the point where you can feel defeated and you're putting in work day to day and you don't really see the returns until much later. Yeah. That's my kind of hot take. If that's a hot take. Let's see. People in chat say, I like how's no nonsense approach to reviews. Yeah, he's very practical. It'll add up to a mouse eventually, says Thunderhead. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you and your positive vibes you're sending my way. That is kind of my point, though. So far, I don't know if I'm like not supposed to talk about this, but I don't really care. Mousecast, I got monetization enabled. I want to say, I don't know, what was that, guys? I did a post about it 3 months ago. So I went back and so Mousecast was already like a bit old, and I've made like $7.50, something like that. I don't even know. I think that's an estimated earnings too, so I don't even know if I can deposit that into my account or whatever. But I have the mentality right now, as any person who's trying to grow anything does, that every dollar I make goes right back into growing. It's not going into anything else. So I could justify it and say, once I make $15, that $15 goes towards the droid cam. Maybe that's actually a good goal, because the droid cam, it's not terrible. It's not absolutely terrible. I still have a good fast autofocus, but it'll become higher res for you guys, and it'll get rid of the... Here's a watermark. Oh yeah, here's a watermark too. Yeah. Droid Cam. Apparently there's another app called Camo. That's a subscription, whereas Droid Cam has the option for subscription or one-time ownership, and I just vote one-time ownership. I mean, it's tied to my Google account, so I'll have it in perpetuity, theoretically. Yep. This is how I bin switches, by the way. Some of these Chinese run opticals can be a little... That one's good. That one's really good. Ooh, that one's nice. Okay, I think I like these two the most. I really like that one. Number 2. It actually might be less spammable. It's like a really nice collapse, but it actually might be less spammable. Yeah, okay, I'm doing these two. This one and this one. And I arrange them in right and left mouse. And then I can show you guys how to... I've talked about it. People have asked how to use... Because this is I mean, this PCB technically supports Omron opticals with the little 5-pin layout here. But... Sorry, I gotta figure out my camera. Yeah. It technically supports Omron opticals, but I feel like I put them in here and it didn't work or something. I don't know. That was another issue with another deluxe mouse. So I'm just going to use it mechanically. Plus, if I use the optical, then it technically gets slightly worse battery life. So I hope this can come through on camera. But I just lifted up the switch, just the tail end here, in order to get the transmitter and receiver out. So I think that one's the receiver and this one's the transmitter. And then I just close it back up. There we go. And I will have to solder to that. So we'll do that in a moment. But first we'll do the other one. I gotta orient these left and right mouse. So yeah, I don't know if this is totally coming through. Can I zoom in? I don't know how the focus is here. It's not great. Well, I'm sorry, but this is what I've got to work with. So there I am, just prying it open slightly. Take my tweezers. Receiver. Transmitter. Come here, you. I'm going to close it back up. Without having to actually open the switch all the way. So the next step is I gotta solder to them. I have to solder to that little nub in the middle. And how I do that, because I have to mount it through the, mounting to the PCB I found, I want to make a little icicle of solder to that nub. So that's very easy. Solder directly on the iron. Ooh, can I zoom in for you guys again here? Oh, wow, look at this. Can I focus, please? Is there an autofocus? Autofocus. Normal? Tap? Okay. Oh, that's too big of an icicle. There we go. So when I say an icicle of solder, that's what I mean. One more time. Chat is saying, question, how do you deal with strong adhesive skates where the alcohol is useless? I had to use damn sticker remover on some mice, but that ruins the paint if you aren't very careful. Yeah, so that can sometimes have a solvent in it like acetone, so you got to be careful with that. Maybe you got some good tips. Yeah, I do. Personally, I've never had a super big issue. I mean, if I have any gumminess, you know, you just use your thumb and repeatedly rub it till your thumb's raw to get it off. Sometimes even having kind of dirty hands helps a little bit, actually. That icicle might be too fat. We'll see if that goes through the hole. soldering iron off because that bitch consumes like 1,000 watts. And yeah, she fits. Snug, nice and down. Very good. Yeah, I should like draw a square of what the when I'm zoomed in what your guys' field of view is. Okay, right now it's like this. So, I mean, yeah. Isopropyl alcohol is not very strong at removing adhesives. But I don't know, I don't know, personally, I don't think I've ever used isopropyl alcohol on a mouse skate. Dude, helping hands, sometimes I just use them like this, just to hold down the thing. Yeah, this solder doesn't flow the best, unfortunately. It's a lead-free solder. Yeah. I think my temp also might be a little... Oh, no, it's not. I'm nearly at 700. Yeah, I don't think I need some new soldering tips. I think the soldering iron just doesn't conduct all that well. Because I have decent quality tips. I have Hacko tips. I don't know. Maybe it's time to replace one. Oh, I'm stupid. It's because I turned off the iron. I literally just said that. I'll take the moment to reframe this then for you guys. Can I tap to focus? Tap to focus? No? I agree. Alcohol isn't great. I don't know, you guys in chat, have you guys ever modded a mouse? Like, Jeremy, have you ever modded a mouse? Like, what's the craziest thing you've done? I pretty much just stick to battery swaps and switch swaps. I have like played around. Do I have a 3D printed mouse sitting around here? No. I like designed one, a 3D printed one using an Attack Shark X3 PCB. I don't know. It gets like really time consuming. And then you end up just going back to a proven product anyway. So. Yeah, my little icicle trick works wonders, dude. What I really should do is give myself a better view of this webcam that... Oh, my solder here is kind of a little sticky. See if that goes through the hole. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything super crazy other than like, yeah, I've tried like one 3D print. Guys, remember that guy who used that like rubber stuff, whatever? It follows some name brand. He has kind of weird takes on, we covered him on Mousecast. He has kind of weird takes on r/mouse review from time to time. He had a mouse called like Venom or something, and he used this like rubber cement thing, the silicone. It's some like kids toy type thing. Wow, the focus. It's not the best. Always check the clicks, because sometimes if you toast it, it can really mess up the switch on the inside. Those feel good. And then let's go over to this guy here. The most I'd ever dream of doing are switch and battery swaps. Yeah, that's kind of all you need. That's like the essentials. Really, battery swap, I guess you could argue either one's important. I know one thing that's nice about the battery swap is like Daz will like look at a new mouse on AliExpress and he'll be like, oh, that looks so good, but the ultra version that I want with Omron Opticals has an 800 milliamp hour battery. And me, I literally don't care about the battery spec because I'm swapping it out for $1.50 anyway. So, easy decision for me. What is this little burr right here doing? Where did my hobby knife go? Another essential thing. Here we go. Another essential AliExpress purchase for modders is this. extra blades. Two of the best tools you can have in any toolbox for anything. Good lighting and a good sharp knife. Yes, sir. So what I want to do is I want to figure out where to put some foam on this, because there's a bit of button bending when I click on these. So I'm thinking right at the edge here, I'll do just a little bit of foam and then I'll test it. So the foam I'm using is stuff, I think I got it from AliExpress or Amazon. It's just this. It's foam on one side and adhesive on the other. By the way, do you guys like this zoomed in angle more? I had it. This is the original angle I had. I don't really know how much you guys care about like what I'm actually doing. Is that interesting to watch? I don't know. I think so. I think this is more interesting. Yeah. Okay, we'll stay like this. So the foam, I'll just do something like that right there. And then this mat that looks all gross. Oh, I forgot to put my emitter and receiver away. This mat that looks all gross is what they call a self-healing cutting mat. It's just like a kind of a rubbery plastic mat. So when you cut it, wait, can I show you guys this live? Can we zoom way in? That's as much as she goes. So if I cut it, it'll leave a cut line, but over time the plastic, I don't know if it just like swells or what, but it'll start to like heal that. So this thing is cut up like a ton, and yeah, I mean, I can kind of feel them, but it's really not bad. I've had this thing for a long time. This from Dremel I got. This is a lot of super glue. Yeah, the super glue doesn't come off the easiest. But the emitter and receiver for Omron Opticals, I don't know why I keep them and I organize them. Well, first of all, I organize them because they look exactly the same. I don't know why I keep them, but why not? It's kind of my thinking. I could just throw them in the trash. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of a pack rat. Maybe my workspace speaks to that, like how Adam Savage from Mythbusters says. I do wish my camera was a little bit... It's really hard for me to monitor and see if I'm giving you guys a good shot. I'm like standing on my tippy toes. Oh, you can probably see me on my other... Okay, you guys can see me doing this. I gotta remember that I got that camera there. I gotta not get in trouble. Over here picking my nose. Oh, what else we got in chat? Jeremy says, but modding not so much unless a replacement battery is plug and play. Yeah, I was thinking about selling like 150 milliamp hour batteries. And honestly, I would love to do it. And I would be transparent about it, you know. The value add that I have is I buy these for like $1.50. And it only takes me a few minutes to swap the pins around or to solder on a new connector. And then the value add is I have this massive public spreadsheet showing the pinout. And I understand that like the people who are willing to spend money on a pre-made battery swap are not the kind of people who want to read a spreadsheet on it, right? The people who read the spreadsheet are generally the people who are into it enough where they would just buy this and DIY it. So I was thinking about offering it. The problem is shipping. The problem is cost. What's a fair price for me to charge? Okay, let's say shipping's gonna suck, so I bundle it 2 batteries. You buy 2 batteries. What would you guys pay? $10, $15? I think $20 is too much. Let's say $15 US. My cost into it is going to be 2 batteries, which is going to be best case scenario about like $3. So now I'm at $12 of profit, and then I have to ship it. But the thing is, technically, when you ship lithium batteries, you're technically supposed to do it in a box. Point is, shipping is going to be somewhere between like $5 and $6, right? Let's just say $5 to keep it simple. So now I'm in $8 at cost. And then there's going to be eBay fees or whatever selling platform. There's going to be fees, whether it's Etsy or eBay, typically 15%. So now 15% of $15 is what? $1.50 plus another half of that, so $2.25. So my cost into it is a little over $10, and my revenue is $15. It doesn't... The amount of time it takes to do that is not worth $4 to me. Especially not compared to my day job, but just compared to other things. I mean, yeah. So it's a shame. It's like something I would love to do. But yeah, it's just not practical. So... Funny, the mouse modder spreadsheet originally I did not have it open to the public, largely because it wasn't done, but I think partially I was kind of thinking that might be too much foam. I'll just see how that feels. So that mouse modder spreadsheet. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, the mouse modder spreadsheet? You're free to, I don't know if you can Google it or maybe search it on Reddit. I call it, or it also used to be called the Manphalanges battery swap spreadsheet. Where the heck did this screw go? Is this it? I think this was it. Shout out mouse manufacturers who use the same screw everywhere. Bro. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I tell you, when I make designs, I do the same thing. I try to use the same screw throughout the entire assembly. Because I get it. I get it. I tried to use a Dremel once on a mouse that died, and I developed a new respect for people who can make it look good. Crap's hard. Yes, it is. It is hard to make it look good. That is absolutely right. Cam Vinci in our Discord does a pretty good job. Oh, I need to put the PCB in it to actually feel the clicks. I'm dumb. Put the scroll wheel in too. I don't know, you guys watching, do you guys watch Bearded Bob? Right, does he still live stream mouse mod stuff? I feel like he stopped, but he was kind of a big, he was like the mouse modding guy in terms of like YouTube content. Bearded Bob, old English dude? British dude? I don't know. And he would do disassembly videos. He had a top-down camera, probably much better setup than what I have here. I want to say, I checked his channel, I think, the other day. Didn't he have like 20-some thousand subscribers? That's impressive, dude. That's very impressive. Yeah. I could do a destructive mod, but I don't think so tonight. I moved away from destructive modding. I got my Dremel and stuff here. You know what? I actually use this Dremel today. I use this, you know what for? So my phone that I'm using for the top-down camera, I use these bar batteries, and super glue doesn't stick too well to smooth surfaces. You got to rough them up. So that's what I use this for. Sure did. Okay. Let's put Humpty back together and see how the clicks feel. Let's not pinch cables though. I'm actually going to connect them just so they don't get pinched. Dude, that nothing's worse than like you fix a mouse or something and then you like bend one of the cables and it's just like, you know, like this ribbon cable here, you know, cost is 2 cents, but you break it and you're boned. Go buy another deluxe M900 mini to get another cable, because I don't know, you can like maybe jerry rig it like soldering directly to the pins and stuff, but I guess maybe that's not the worst thing. Toasting pads sucks. Oh, toasting pads absolutely sucks. So just to make sure I get the click feel nailed down, I'm going to put screws just in the front ones, because that is where it'll actually affect the click feel sometimes. I'll even go out to say oftentimes, or most of the time. Yes, sir. Is this in frame? Sort of. Okay. Okay. Boy, I tell you, those Armon opticals. Let me take off the ear cup and actually listen. Those arm-on opticals feel great. Oh man, they feel good in this mouse. I actually don't think I like the foam. I think I like it more without. I did one of each here. So this is why mouse modding actually takes a while, is because it's like you're tuning something subjective. Battery swaps are very fast. I mean, the last live stream, I only did 2 battery swaps, and the stream was like an hour and a half long, but it was a lot of talking, a lot of preambling, preamble? Preamble? Is preambling a verb? I don't think so. It's just a lot of preamble and like setting up the stream, I think going slow. But when I'm like on my own, not recording, it's like 15 minutes. Unless I run into some issue, like it's a mouse I've never taken apart before and there's some like hidden screw under the sticker. You guys want to know a trick for finding out if there's hidden screws under stickers? So very popular back in the day was like Razer would have a sticker covering like a single screw right here in the middle. And what you do, so this white part, here's a sticker. You take something smooth and you just rub over it. And it'll actually show you. I wonder if I can do it here. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see the slight honeycomb pattern? See those honeycombs there? So this is the same honeycomb that's like here, but it's under the sticker. So that's how you find out if there's a screw hole. Fingernail works well, because then you can actually feel it. Force feedback. VQP says that long ribbon cable, you can just cut the broken part off and sand till the contacts come visible. Oh, that's a brilliant idea, dude. VQ, thank you. Fixed a ribbon cable on an HTX 4K like that. Dang. As long as it's long enough, you know? Yeah, because a common failure point on the cables, particularly, it's like right at this joint here, right where this blue ends. So I'm guessing the blue there is kind of a stiffener. A stiffener to help with like insertions, but it also might act as a bit of a shim, maybe, to help the little clamp down onto something. But I mean, I could DIY a new shim out of a piece of plastic or something, or even just use that, you know, flip it upside down and glue it or something. Anywho, yeah, sanding that down, that's a good one. Thank you, VQP. I hope I'm saying your name right, VQ. VQP. Yeah, as long as it has the length, it's fine. Yeah, which they should. Like, mouse manufacturers, bro, having a short ribbon cable versus a long one here, this isn't even gonna show up on my jewelry scale. Like, the wind from my fan next to me. Oh, yeah, another essential thing. Can you guys see this? Anyway, this is a fan right here. Very necessary. Gets hot in the modding den. You have the soldering iron going. Well, I'm smart. You guys just see me take out the PCB. Remember that I'm not doing anything with the PCB. I'm just supposed to be taking the foam out of the click. Oh, I'm smart. Take that little bit of foam off. And we'll stick it somewhere as if I'm going to actually use it again. And I'm going to leave my fulcrum on my right mouse nice and stiff. Which is not even that stiff. But I'm going to leave it because I like a heavier mouse too. Do you guys prefer saying mouse 1, mouse 2, or right mouse button, left mouse button? Where I like mouse 1 and mouse 2 is then you can refer to middle mouse as mouse 3, and then back and forward as mouse 4 and mouse 5 respectively. But I also know some people get confused by mouse 4 and mouse 5. They don't know which one's which. I would fulcrum bend this, but I actually think this feels like a polycarbonate. It feels like a very stiff plastic, and I'm in a very brittle plastic. Can you guys see the color difference? This has a coating. This is a pretty nice coating. Deluxe actually did a good job with this. It's like a painted coating. It's not like, it's like a UV paint. It's not a crazy good coating, but it's like a Wise Owl coating. Yeah. It costs money, you know. Yeah, this seems like a brittle plastic. So stiffer clicks will sometimes force me into more tension, which can sometimes be good, but also can be more fatiguing. This is a firm plastic. Looks like side buttons are 2-pin mini micro. I'm gonna add that as a note. Side buttons are TTC mini micro 2-pin 90 degree. Okay. Okay. Any of you guys in game right now are playing aim trainers? When you die or get that new PR, comment what you're playing. There we go. Perfect. Little bit of pretension that's gonna give me on my left mouse. I pretty much only play Battlefield. Am I excited for Battlefield 6? Unpopular opinion, I like 2042, so I'm not as excited as other people are. The camera shake on Battlefield 6 really bothered me. I hope they do something about that. Apparently, it really bothered me in the visual recoil. I couldn't figure out what it was, but I've learned it was the visual recoil in Splitgate. I downloaded Splitgate 2 with some friends and I played, and I instantly was like, oh my gosh, this is... when I start shooting, I start losing track of people. It just feels like I'm having frame drops. And so I'm looking at all these things and my frame rate's high and I'm not getting drops and I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, I think it was just like really bad visual recoil. But apparently in a recent update, they have changed it totally. So I don't know if I'm just like really susceptible to that. But the camera shake on Battlefield 6 drove me nuts. Absolutely nuts. Maybe I just need to go to arena shooters. Are there arena shooters this day and age? Like popular ones that aren't just the, OGs like Quake? Is the finals considered a arena shooter? You know what? I haven't played the finals, but I'm not gonna buy Battlefield 6 at release. I'm not spending $60, $70 on a game. My copy of 2042 that I have like 1,000 hours in is, let's check the power button, make sure that works. Very good. I think I got it for $9.99, so $10. I am very, very cheap. There we go. Inserted the ribbon cable. And Deluxe did a good job with this mouse, I tell you that. All the clips that hold it in are rather strong. Side buttons are pretty good. A little bit of back and forth teeter-totter there, but really not bad. The skates are good. They're kind of thin. And you can see the skiving marks on it. So skiving, it's like using a razor blade to strip a small sheet off of a larger roll. So you can kind of see the skiving marks. But they're rounded and they are like, you can tell they're like virgin PTFE. Yeah, actually, I'm really glad I went with these switches. These have a little bit of pre-travel already in them. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Or sorry, post-travel. Which, again, I'll keep saying this. I feel like I've said it every live stream, but post-travel is not inherently a bad thing. People are like, I want no pre-travel and no post-travel. I'll get behind you with the no pre-travel. But no post-travel, you actually want some because it helps with rebound, helps with spammability. Think if your button just collapses and it doesn't want to come back up. Yeah. Oh, those feel phenomenal. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish putting these screws in, and before I put the skates on, I'm going to test it in my computer, make sure right mouse and left mouse are working. The reason I do that is because each time you peel up skates, you get a little bit of, you know, finger dirt, finger oil or whatever on the adhesive. Unless you're really careful, I guess. And each time you do that, you weaken the adhesive, and eventually one edge will start curling up. That's what happened with my Darmo Shark here. So, turn it on. I got an LED. Sorry, apologies. You guys are going to hear a Windows connection sound. This is me. That was me. That was me here. Oh, it would help if I uncovered the sensor. The sensor was covered by the skate. Oh, I don't... right, left mouse, right mouse. Left mouse, right mouse. Okay, they're both working. Good. Boy, they feel nice. They feel nice. Very happy with that. So, here's how I put skates back on. Is I'll just use my old... It's just a flathead screwdriver. Nothing special. Yeah, I really wish I had a better feed of this camera. I don't think I want to flip it around either. Yeah, this is all I got for now. Sorry, phalanges. Last Battlefield I played was 3, and it somehow looks visually better than 6. Yeah, 6, they've got a good point. You know, now that I think nostalgia glasses are coming off with the Battlefield 6, everyone was like super duper hyping it up. I think people have like a little bit of a more realistic take now. Like, it's, don't get me wrong, it's like a good looking game. But like, Enders in his review of it was like 7 out of 10, guys. So like, it's the best Battlefield maybe we've had in a while. I like 2042, this is his words, not mine. But it's not some... It's not going to be game of the year, you know? No way. No way. But yeah, Battlefield 3 had like... Battlefield 6, at least the maps that I played, it just had like a lot of grit. But the grit felt kind of... stylized grit? Like very contrast. It was very like it was a very contrasty game. Maybe I just need to like enable HDR. But I'm weird. I would be down. Like I tried BattleBit, dude. Cartoony. I'm good with cartoony. Let me actually be able to friggin' see enemies. There's my grip on an Ergo if anyone cares. Yeah. One other trick, because the scroll wheel has some junk in it, just take a toothbrush. Yeah, I gotta get out of that groove there. Sure. Really nice scroll wheel. Yeah, little mouse is rather stiff and it's spammable. Yeah. Oh, Armor and Opticals, dude, feels great. And here is the... Where'd the dongle go? Where'd the dongle go? There it is. There you guys can see the red color difference. Also with the side buttons. Coded versus not coded. So like the side buttons are not coded here. I hope it comes through on camera. Maybe not. In person, yeah, this is a little... Like the dongle has more purple in it. Whereas the coded mouse is like very, very nice red. Alright, one mouse down. One mouse down. Yeah, the Uweedon. I just picked up the Uweedon. This is a shockingly good mouse too. I need to use this guy more. It's a 3311, but it's a nice feeling mouse, and I like glossified mine too. Yeah, that's a good mouse. Uweedon X23. It's like an HTS shape, or Philena S450, S480, whatever shape. Very similar to those. Alright, let's put some of the stuff away, then move on to the Darmo Shark, the dummy shark. We got Attack Shark, Darmo Shark. Wait, is there another one? Is there another shark mouse brand that I'm forgetting? I haven't played Battlefield ever. I was a COD boy. Yep, respect. I mean, yeah, Call of Duty, I think they acknowledged that their state of their Call of Duty 6 or whatever. What do they say? They said they're going to go back on all the ridiculous skins. You can have like Nicki Minaj sit on like ground pound you as one of the finishing moves. Yeah. I don't know. And then Call of Duty Warzone's pretty big, right? But I'm not a fan of. What do you guys think of battle royales? I don't know. Battle royales. I like more consistent action. No looting RNG. I guess it's like one part of battle royals that's probably really fun is you are like generally you're gonna the game gets more challenging as the worst players are eliminated, you know, theoretically. I know it's not perfectly like that. I played Fortnite for I don't know, I probably had a couple hundred hours in Fortnite. Yeah, battle royales is just really frustrating. I just remember I got into Fortnite for a little bit because Star Wars Battlefront was a third-person shooter. Oh, this is like clipped on there really good. Sorry, I'm gonna be off camera first. Oh, I can do this. Battlefront was a third-person shooter, so I liked Fortnite that it was also a third-person shooter. But then Fortnite, like when I switched over to Battlefield 5 from Fortnite, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so much nicer to like have a scoreboard and actually get like, you know, 8 kills in a life that's like in rapid succession. Yeah. How heavy is the Damo Shark? This feels, it doesn't feel bad. I want to say this is probably like a 49, 50 gram even if I had to guess. You guys see the scale? 49, 50 grams. I like it what it comes in at. 49.74. Pretty good for an ergo. Pretty good for an ergo. These scales, they're called jewelry scales or precision scales. This one I got from Amazon for like $8 or $10. Highly recommend. They make all different ones. I want to get rid of these two. This is a little one that I used to use because this one had a calibration weight on it, which is nice. But the platform is just a bit smaller. It does have a nice cover, so that's nice. I mean, this one has a cover too. And the thing is, with the cover, you can also use it as a tray. Like if you're going to weigh a bunch of marbles or something. Yeah. So I guess this one came with a cover too, but other than this little baby one. So if you end up getting one, get one with a bigger pad. I don't even know where I got this one from. Yeah, man, if I could, I would just give those away on stream right now, but I hate paying shipping, and by that time, you might as well just buy one. Okay. Little Dharma Shark dongle. So Dharma Shark. I got a teeny tiny little battery in this guy. We got a Nordic MCU, so yeah, I'm gonna keep the teeny tiny battery in it. 7 people watching. What's up, guys? Hope y'all are having a good Friday night. I should check what my wife's doing. She's been into the show The Summer I Turned Pretty. I was about to ask if any of you guys have heard of that, because apparently it's kind of a big deal show, but I don't really think this demographic crosses into The Summer I Turned Pretty watchers. I hope one of you guys is like, oh my gosh, I love that show. Did you see the most recent episode? It was such a filler episode. Can't wait for next week's. It's a story of like a bunch of I don't know how old they are. High school? College age kids? And there's just ridiculous love triangles amongst them. And I think it started out with like the kids were like well off or had like rich parents or something, and then the mother dies, and then the family home, but then the dad's divorced or living somewhere else. I don't know. I should really ask my wife about it, but and then it led to, you know, so these kids who all like grew up together, it leads to, you know, they all kind of rally around the mother who's dying of cancer or whatever, and rally around her and trying to figure out what to do with the house. And then I'm sure there's squabbles that go along. The silence in chat indicates to me that I was right about the demographics with The Summer I Turned Pretty, but hey, I think it's an Amazon show. I think. Do you guys watch what streaming services do y'all use? I use Prime Video is getting better. Invincible, the cartoon. but you know, kind of adult cartoon. I wonder if like adult cartoons, has that grown? Is that a more recent thing? I know like Adult Swim has always been around, but like adult cartoons like Invincible, or I mean Rick and Morty is more kind of comedy. But I'm talking, I don't know. I think there's just been, you know what? Birth rates are down like all over the world, I think. Well, I'm pretty sure. You can fact check me on that, but birth rates are down, right? So people are not having as many kids. So you have more adults with, I don't want to say necessarily disposable income, because this day and age, I mean, it's, living is tough. But with hobbies that are, you know, like watching adult cartoons, right? So I wonder if, you know, think about if you're a parent with kids, you're not putting Invincible or Rick and Morty on the TV. You're putting on Bluey or whatever. So I wonder if there's like a inverse relationship between adult cartoon popularity and birth rates. Yeah. I feel like I should be talking about something more either on topic or just more interesting. I don't know, I can kind of repeat myself. I'm doing the old, I don't know, desoldering pumps, dude. I just have not had great luck with good desoldering pumps. So the surefire thing that I do, which uses up more solder but works, is this. I just, well, you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna yoink it. I almost burned myself on the iron there. Yeah, dude, soldering iron burns, they kind of suck. Because it's so high temperature. I mean, first of all, you get, did you guys see that? So spatter. Oh wait, I'm zoomed way the heck in. Can you see this little nugget right here? So that's like the rosin core or whatever. I just picked it off. There you go. Looks like a little booger thing. So when you're soldering, those things spatter sometimes. And I mean, yeah, it's not comfortable. It doesn't like, it's not painful, but it's uncomfortable. If you are wearing always should wear glasses though. So I normally wear glasses. Hi there, camera. But when I'm soldering in contacts, I wear safety glasses, because when you're up close, yeah, you can burn your eyeball, and that's not comfortable. Ask me how I know. So from those little spatters. So those aren't bad, but what's bad is if you ever touch the iron, even for just half a second, because it's so high temperature, at least maybe I'm stupid and I run it at 700 degrees right now apparently. It burns you pretty fast. Or maybe I should just shut up and let you guys listen to the lo-fi. There we go, taking out some guano, transparent blue shell pink dots. Nothing wrong with them, other than Amron mechanicals are the best. Well, Amron opticals. Amron mechanicals are pretty meh. There's nothing wrong with them, it's just I've used them for so long. They're just not interesting to me anymore. Did this come off of this guy? This is a spacer. Huh. Well, I need to keep this little spacer because these things are helpful. We'll put it in this drawer. Yeah. I should check my phone. I haven't checked my phone in a little bit. Triceratops says, how come no one reviews or talks about the X-Lite V4? I got one, and as a large hand palm grip ergo lover, that crap is fire. Yeah, dude. It's because it's the same as the V3. It's just a spec bump, and nobody cares about spec bumps. Oh, good. I got a I got a response on text. I'm glad I opened my phone. Let's see. We're gonna do a lunch spot tomorrow with friends after I play pickleball. Is lunch a bro lunch or can Cat join? Cat can absolutely join. Just don't expect Lauren to leave the... She's got family plans. Yeah, I'm texting a buddy. We used to be roommates. We were good buddies. We're still good buddies. We haven't talked. We haven't like seen each other in person in probably a year and a half. But when we see each other, it's just like old times. We played Ultimate Frisbee together in college. Yeah, nice guy. He is a high school math teacher. It's hilarious. And then he just got engaged to his girlfriend of, oh my gosh, I want to say, well, hang on. They met sophomore year of college. Holy crap. So they met 2016? Wait, 2015? They met 2015? Wait, Lauren and I started dating in 2015. So that means we started sophomore year 2014. Yeah, 2014. They met 2014 and they didn't get engaged until this year. They were engaged for 11 years? Well, no, I'm sorry. They were together for 11 years before getting engaged. Dude. Hey, Lauren. David and Kat met our sophomore or junior year of college. They started dating a year after us. Okay, so we started in 2015. They started in 2016. So they were together for 9 years before getting engaged. Wow. Okay, thank you. Dude, that's nuts. Wow. And both of them are teachers, so both of them didn't have like a bunch of extra schooling. I know David is talking about going back and getting his master's because it allows you to do some like admin type stuff, so it's non-teaching stuff, which can be really nice breath of fresh air from the old dealing with kids. But neither of them did that. I'm sorry, she's I already said their names. So Kat is an elementary teacher. They're both in the same school district, which is hilarious. I mean, they're different buildings. It's a massive school district. But yeah, they have stories, dude. It was funny. Rooming with David was kind of fun because I mean, I worked a crap ton, so I didn't really always get to talk with him. It's really sad that I was at such a toxic job. But anyway, always had stories. Always. I remember one of the funny ones was, and you know, high schoolers too, you know, they're smart enough where they, you know, middle schoolers can be really awkward because they're like figuring out how to live social, like how to have a social life. Elementary kids can be fun because like no filter and yeah, but high school, you know, they're young adults. And one of the kids asked him like, Mr. David, they don't call him that, but Mr. David, we talk about you guys teachers all the time. Do you guys talk about students? And David was like, oh yeah, I mean, what else do we have to talk about? And this kid was mortified. He's like, wait, really? No cap? Or whatever stupid slang the kids say. No, you don't. Yeah, they do. And they absolutely have favorites. He won't say that. He won't say that to a kid. But, I mean, it's hard to not have a favorite when you have, like, one kid who is thoughtful and participates versus one kid who gives you nothing. You know? It's not even about favorites at that point. It's about who engages with you. Let's see. I like it better than the Death Adder V3. Definitely, it has a better coding. Talking about the X-Lite. Yeah, dude, X-Lite, it's fine. For me, the shape is just like, oh, these all feel good. I'm gonna go with those two. The X-Lite, I mean, it's a fine mouse. I don't think people talk about it much just because it's such a known quantity. It's kind of like, dude, do people review the GPX? No. Not really. I mean, they'll use it as like a comparison point, so maybe from that perspective I understand. But so here we are. We're gonna go under the lobster clip, pry it up, push it out just a little bit. There we go. We get the receiver and the transmitter out left and right. Bada bing, bada boom. Close it back up. Let's do the same to the other one. Lobster clip up, pry it back. Receiver. Transmitter. Close. Easy peasy. Oh shoot, which one was the heavier one? I wanted the heavier one on mouse 2. Okay, I think I have that right. Mouse 2, mouse 1. Let's make ourselves some icicles. Probably need to put that in the frame for you. Yep, something like that. Also, you'll see the red on this alligator clip. That's just heat shrink tubing. I melted to it because soft jaws. We got a hair right there. I remember at some point I had a hair while I was soldering, like maybe in a situation like that, and I just burned it with a soldering iron. Single hair. And I was surprised at how much it stunk. I mean, it's like, you know, it's not going to kill it, you know, I'm not going to run out of the room eyes watering, but just a single hair burned. Stinky stuff. Waiting for this to heat up. Lo-fi Mousecast logo. Yeah, this is a pretty good stream. I like my... Do I have a favorite shape? I absolutely do. This is a pretty good stream setup I got going. I gotta admit, I gotta pat myself on the back for this one. And for you guys in the Mousecast live viewership for saying that 2 webcams would be excellent. I think that was just all the push I needed. It was just a little bit of validation. It can go a long way. Like, I understand you guys in chat right now are like the more hardcores, and I super, super appreciate you. But like, out of 400 views on a Mousecast episode, you know, we'll get 4 comments on the video. So particularly in the early days, I was always like, give me feedback if I'm doing this right, if I'm doing it wrong, and I just wouldn't get it. I mean, like sometimes, you know, 1 or 2 people would chime in. And so if you're one of those 2 people, dude, you have a lot of power because you're kind of the voice of everyone if no one else is saying anything. Beautiful icicle right there. So... But like I don't expect I'm not acting all like, oh, I expect people to watch my stuff and to engage, because I get it. I have some long-time content creators that I've been following for literally decades, and I don't engage. They kind of just exist for this purpose, this entertainment purpose, this, you know, weekly live stream or this news bit or whatever. And I get it. That's like what Mousecast is. That's why like YouTube's so big on like you want to be consistent with your content, and why people make like secondary channels for different kinds of content. Because if you have too much variety content on your channel, then what happens is obvious. I mean, this is just common sense. You have people who watch certain videos but then not the others, and it like throws off the algorithm. Like, should I be serving these videos or not? Yeah, if I could do it over again, Mousecast would have been a separate channel. But I wanted to tap into my existing subscriber base because I had no idea how like to start up something totally fresh and new. So little tip here sometimes. So I'm holding the switch down. Sorry, you asked what my favorite shape was, but I'll get to that. I'm holding the switch down because you want to make sure the switch is like fully seated before you solder it. Yep. My favorite shape like right now is probably WL Mouse Strider. But I really find like switching shapes does something with my aim, and it's just something that I enjoy. So I feel like if I stay on one shape too long, I start getting a little bit relaxed in my grip. A little bit too relaxed. So I also really like the Viper V3 shape and all the clones along with it. I really like the Attack Shark, jeez. The ATK X1. I have a metallic red ultimate with the big old skates. Why is this not sitting flush? Oh, because I was putting it in the wrong hole. Look at that. Yeah, I'd say Strider right now is like my favorite shape. But also part of it favorite is like, I aim really well with small mice. But they can sometimes be fatiguing. And there's something fun about having, like, I feel boring when I'm like, yeah, I would be fine just using a Viper V3 Pro for the rest of my life. Like, yeah, that's kind of a boring take. Let's try to say something a little bit more entertaining. Yeah. That right mouse is going to be real poppy. I think I'll like that a lot. I was surprised. Some Darmo Shark mice and like Motospeed in general, they have kind of like looser clicks. And those can sometimes lend themselves nicely to Armron Opticals. Because Armron Opticals can sometimes have, in some scenarios, like a switch grinding problem. Like, I'm not terribly surprised that they're moving away from like ATKs moving to FE opticals. So I asked, was it the Flick Mice guy about it? Or no, it was Redditor Dawn User Slayer, who posts a lot of China leaks. Apparently he's from Britain, but living in China right now or something like that. He and I DM'd very briefly on Reddit. And he said his theory is that it's for China only content. You know, supply chain, China only supply chain. Makes sense. Okay, I gotta pry this out of here without like breaking it. So we're gonna try, this is a dental pick. Sorry. No, I gotta remember where the center of the screen is like. It's like this right here. Wait, did I hit the center? Yeah, okay, that's not bad. That's pretty centered. Okay. Yes, dental pick. What was I talking about? China only content supply chain. I don't know. Oh, FE opticals. Yeah, they feel more like a mechanical. They feel more like an Omron 100M, which is like all the rage right now, and it has been for a long time. Just the Omron D2FC-F-7N whatever has just been a popular feel. It's kind of high pitched. It's lightweight. It has a lot of springy post travel that makes them objectively very spammable, but subjectively to me kind of boring to use. I'm weird though. I'm like a freaking. Oh, that looks like crap. There we go. That might be too much tension. See how the buttons are. Is that centered? There we go. So see how this one springs up and this one springs down? So when I fulcrum bend, I'm trying to, ideally, I like these to be floppy. Because you want them to, under gravity, to be flopping down and actually resting on top of the switch. Okay? That way you don't have, you know, an air gap. But if it's flopping down too much like this one is, then that's going to lead to a very light click feel. Now, some people might want to do that actually on purpose. I had a guy DMing me to bin him some like super duper lightweight switches. He's like, I don't care about click feel. I don't care about any of these things. I just want really, really light switches. And I'm just thinking to myself, bro, instead of paying me a bunch of money, to, mailing switches to me and then asking me to do this on like commission, just fulcrum bend it. Take it apart your mouse. And, he didn't want to do that. I get it. Some people would just rather throw money at something, which is just mind blowing to me. I don't know. I'm such a like, I'm not huge into cars, but one day my Mazda 3 decided to go into, the transmission went into limp mode on the way home from some activity, and I didn't want to spend $2,000 having a shop fix it. So I Googled and watched YouTube and fixed it for, $200 instead. That's getting better. That might still be too light. And now here I am, I've like worked on all my cars. It's not necessarily that I'm like a motorhead, it's just like, I don't know, how do you spend your life just constantly paying people to fix things for you? It's also just, maybe I'm a privileged person because I have an internet connection and I have tools, but I also think people are more capable than what they give themselves credit for. We have so much information at our fingertips. Am I still centered? Sort of. We have so much information at our fingertips. In my mind, it's kind of like you don't have... Oh, that's pretty good. There's a little bit of spring down, but maybe a little bit more. Actually, I'll keep it there. I'm not saying there's no excuse to have it. I just think you get two things by learning a skill in how to do something, whether it's soldering in a mouse switch or fixing a flat tire in a car. The first thing is you're going to save yourself a lot of money. And money not to be just like, oh, I'm just some greedy person who's talking about money. I'm talking like everything's an opportunity cost. So if you spend money on fixing your car, that means that's less money to put, to go out to dinner with friends, to go on that vacation with your significant other, to put into your kids' college fund, or to put into your retirement. So that's the first thing. The second thing is learning a skill will save you so much headache, whether it's just simply, I remember my mom saying something like, when I was getting into cars a little bit more, she's like, it must just be so easy, like you break down on the side of the road and you're just like, well, darn, this happened, I'm gonna have to do this, that, and the other, okay, it's time to call a tow truck. Whereas if you like know nothing, then it's just this black box, and now something broke and you're panicking because you don't know what's wrong. You're thinking the worst case scenario is going to happen, and you can kind of spiral. So just life skills in general, it's just I hope I can be on the previous podcast, Mousecast, I announced that my wife and I are expecting, and I hope that I can I hope that we have children who are very receptive to, if we teach them kind of a, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish and he'll never be hungry kind of teaching mentality. But I know this is also all easier said than done. Wow, I borked up that, okay, I guess I needed to screw this in. I didn't realize the screws really tensioned this one down. I messed up my left mouse. Is this the M3S, by the way? No, this is the Darmo Shark N5. N5, slept on release. Really, really good. This is kind of one of the starts of Darmo Shark actually releasing really good products with a good coating, with good low weight, and with good build quality and good skates. Darmo Shark N5. N as in Nike. N as in Nicaragua. N as in nut. Why is it called the N5? Does anyone really understand any nomenclature other than Zowie? I don't know. Well, I was looking at Royal Clutch's keyboards today, and their like left-handed numpad keyboards are actually, they're all labeled L, so it'll be like L96, L75 for a 96% versus a 75%. I respect that. Yeah, I think like alphanumerics is not friggin' hard to figure out. I don't get it. I really don't get it. As a person who has developed products in my professional career, it is really not difficult. There's a little bit of foresight required, but I mean, please. How many mice do we have that are called M3? There's the Chaos M3, the Darmo Shark M3, the Keychron M3, the... Does Asus have an M3? Because I know they have an M4. I dictate what to comment usually, but I've enjoyed every mouse cast to this point. Oh, thank you, Viku. Yeah, don't feel like I'm being like, oh, you guys got to comment. No. The engagement, I'm happy to just totally exist in this vacuum for you guys where you just tune in, watch the podcast, or don't, one week or another. And if that's all I exist to you in life for, that is okay. That's what I'm here for. But I guess what I was saying, getting back to that, is simply, whoops, sorry, did my headset hit that there? Is, we're at a point in Mousecast where it's rather low engagement, so if you have an opinion, if you share it, it absolutely will be heard. I get notifications for every single comment. I read every single comment, often multiple times. Because, I mean, we have a YouTube video with only 5 comments. Of course I'm going to read every single one. Okay, we'll see how that feels. And I gotta put my switches away too. Starting to make a mess. Something I realized about Darmo Shark's wheels, so they have on the axle, instead of they do like a hollow roller here in the middle, like, and these feel really good. I don't know, it's got to be something to do with the geometry. Maybe it's because they have such a small stub here on the axle, or it's because of this larger cylinder on this end. But they feel, Darmo Shark scroll wheels, the middle mouse, sorry, it feels really nice. Also, I like they've isolated the antenna on this, which is rather nice to see too. They've isolated it from the other electronics. Gotta put the power button back on. Those are always fun. And there we go. Scroll wheel in. I wonder if I have the N5 on my spreadsheet. I hope I do. This is a 13mm. Nordic. Okay. Sorry, I gotta remember to center that for you guys. PCB looks nice and flat. I always gotta make sure that like the power button isn't cocked. Switches click good. Middle mouse feels fantastic. So let's screw her down. Remagnetize my screwdriver a little bit. Let's swap to this. Was it this one I was using? Yeah. Just 2 chaps yapping about mice. What else do we need? Yeah. You know, it's funny. My wife, before Wednesday's episode, she said, not in a mean way, but in genuine disbelief, how do we have enough to talk about for 2 hours every week? And it's funny because like a single topic will be like 8 minutes long. But I mean, that's what happens when you yap. And then I also know I'm like rather talkative. I tend to go in many directions, so. Yeah. I often feel like I need to give Daz more time to talk. But I also know he likes that I kind of take the first take with everything, and then he can just add in his little bits because he's very to the point. His, I think VK, is that what you said about his reviews being very to the point? So, I'm gonna actually break these off here. So these right here these 4 prongs, usually they put a piece of foam on top of those, and then that presses down on the battery to hold the battery in place, but I have swapped the battery, and I don't think I'm going to be selling this mouse anytime soon. I rather like it, and I would probably only get, after shipping and fees, I'd probably only get like $18 for this. So, very easy. Don't even use a tool. Just, the old twist and dip. There we go. How much weight savings do you guys think this is? Hang on. This is so little, I know I have to turn off my fans. What do you guys think? My guess is 0.12. 0.19, okay. There we go. 0.19 gram weight savings. All right, fans back on, please. Let's play a game. You are a good source for rumors, releases, and announcements because I can't keep up with all of that. That is exactly what Mousecast is here for. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud, for saying the obvious. I don't know, that's exactly what the intention is. I am it was kind of cool. The Logitech GPX 2C compact, right? That was like leaked a little bit this week. Supposedly coming out September 17th, by the way. Logitech is hosting an event where they say they are going to be releasing new products. And the GPX, it's an event called Logitech G Play or something. And the GPX Dex was released a year ago, September 17th, also at the same event, Logitech G Play or whatever. So that's probably when the 2C, the compact Superlight's going to come out. So I tweeted about that. I don't use Twitter at all, personally. At all. I don't understand Twitter. But it's where, like, the mouse news happens. So I've started going there for sources. And occasionally I'll make a post. Hi, Doge. I post about the 2C. I'm literally just like... I literally just take a Reddit post, copy the images, paste it in, and upload it. I am at, like, over 600 likes. I have gained like 25 followers from this Twitter post. Oh, nice and poppy. I love that. Oh, that's nice. Wow. Good feeling switches just really make a mouse feel premium, huh? Although the seam, they didn't do a good job. Look at this seam. I don't know. Feels good though. Let's plug her in and make sure she works. My dog joined me too. Okay, incoming Windows sound. Incoming Windows sound, guys. I'm sorry. This is me. That was me. Pause, play, right click, left click. Looks good. Yeah, so even Boardsy, I don't know where all the views came from, but I know Boardsy did a short that as of like lunchtime this day had like 40,000 views. And that short, you guys go watch it. He's looking at my tweet. So I don't know if that drew some attention towards Twitter or what. Yeah. But Boardsy knows the Mousecast podcast exists, which is just super heartwarming. First of all, both Daz and I have won mice from him. Daz won his Pathfinder, and I won an X2 Crazy Light Boardsy edition, which I sold, and I sort of regret it, sort of don't. I regret it because it's a special mouse, and like also there's a little bit of sentimental value. We messaged each other briefly. I even DM'd him like something about the Flickfire Mousecast episode. I DM'd him that, and he was like, interesting, I might make a TikTok on that. And yeah, I sold it because it's just such a potato shape. It's like if GPX is large potato, X2 is small potato to me. It's just a flat, very flat. It's a very good mouse. Don't get me wrong. The X2 Crazy Light is actually a phenomenal mouse. I am so glad that like Pulsar is bringing sub 40-gram mice to the mainstream and in such a good condition. Yeah, they really do a good quality job. Pulsar does. I think they'll probably be S tier on the next Mousecast tier list, because do they have some mice that are not S tier? Absolutely. Sorry to roast your X-Lite V4, but I would say X-Lite V4 is probably A tier mouse. Totally fine. Good performance, good skates, optical switches, good scroll wheel. Comes in different sizes. That's very nice. Great coating, especially the white ones. The weight's not great. It has holes in the bottom, yet they're still like 55 grams or whatever it is. The buttons have a little bit of side-to-side play. I have an X-Lite. I think I have two. Did I sell my white one? No. Here you go. No. Wait, did I? Looking. Oh, I need to mod this mouse still. Did I ever take this thing apart? Maybe I did. Epo Maker Click. I've totally forgotten about this mouse. I need to actually use it. Put that on my desk to remember to use it. I thought I had an X-Lite V3 in white. Maybe I did sell it. Whatever. This is a V3 ES. Founders Edition. Fancy, huh? I got a good price on it, and I'm a sucker for this yellow and green. Yeah. The buttons have a bit of side-to-side play. The skates they're good skates. They're like A tier skates. They're not S tier, but they're good for a stock skate. The weight's not great. Side buttons are good on these. The coating's very good. It's just like all A tier stuff. I think we forget that S tier is supposed to be reserved for like industry leading. Yeah, their scroll wheels are really good though. Pulsar does a great job on their scroll wheels. Their little carriage design is really good. Very, very good. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think they'll probably be S tier because they just have so many mice to choose from. They're one of those brands that just you can find something that is excellent for you. And the crazy light's an S tier mouse. I mean, without skates, isn't it like 35 grams? Yeah, I don't know of any other mouse that's that good for that low of weight. I'm still feeling pretty good, guys. I mean, those were pretty easy swaps. Do we want to do another mouse? Those are the only ones I kind of had on my docket for today, but I can do another one. Let's see what we got going on here. So I was thinking about switch swapping the Dairyu A950 wing. I was thinking about switch swapping the Mchos A5. This is a mouse that I kind of bastardized this thing, dude. Poor thing. I do have new skates for it, but I aim well with this shape, but again, it is small potato. Good side buttons though. Yeah. This is like a solid B tier mouse. People forget that, like, they think B is bad. Like A tier stuff, A and B tier is still like a solid recommendation. I really think we need to get more strict on giving out S tier. Let's see. I'm looking at my collection behind me. Oh, I can take you guys with me. Let's take this camera. Make sure I just have enough battery here. 78%. Okay, interesting. Okay, just got to make sure there isn't anything that'll like dox me or something stupid here. Okay. Do I want to mod any of these? These are a lot of ones that I'm not too interested in. The SC900 is pretty decent. I kind of like the mechanicals I have in it here though. Oops. Sorry, I'm zoomed in. I should zoom you guys out. Yeah, I rather like the mechanicals that are in here. A little bit of switch grinding, which that'll only get worse with the on optical, so I'm not going to do that. Real Kludge. This is a banger of a mouse. It's just this one's 3311. I really should use it more. Let's just sit down with the shape for a moment. How does this guy feel? Yeah, this feels a lot like the Attack Shark R6. This this guy right here. I want to say the R6 might feel a little bit smaller. Yeah, very, very similar side curvature. What's my dog going on about? How's the size? Royal Clutch is definitely larger. Tech Shark is definitely slightly thinner. Yeah, the switch feel on the Royal Clutch ain't great. I wonder if there's foam. If there's foam in there, I might take that out. You know what? Maybe I'll mod this Royal Clutch and just see what maybe I need to use 3311 mice more and just give them more of a shot. Yeah, it feels like there's foam in here. Or I'm bottoming it out early and the switches need to be shimmed upward. Let's try that. Let's work on that. I haven't, this is a shape that I aim well with. It's got a decent coating. It's got a fun colorway. It's got nice big skates. Let's do it. What are you guys saying in chat? I mean, alternatively, is there anything else I could do that's really interesting? Pero, Maya, all this stuff. Man, the Finemax No is a real disappointment. The R2 is so good. My Soros need new skates, but that's easy. My Beast X is somebody soldered in mechanicals, but they feel really good in it. So I don't think I want to change that. There's a Beast X MIDI. Oh, my Kaisona Uranus. This one I want to put opticals in. Yeah, that'll go on the modding list. Wise Owl, Clouds. I mod stuff so they look a little bit different. This is a Mad G. Great mouse. Mad R, another fantastic mouse. Sprime, good mouse. I want to put Armor Opticals back in the M700. Glorious Model D1 Pro Flamingo. This I weight modded down to a very low weight. And I somehow got, like, in the box, their stupid ceramic skates. They're dumb. They're not great skates. But I guess they threw something at the wall and then it did not stick, so. Oh, my Zaupin Z1. I could put opticals in this too. Yeah, I don't use enough egg mice. The skates are kind of borked on it. Hey, dog. Hey, doggy. What are you doing looking at me? Ajaz, this guy, I love this shape. Love this shape. I need to use mine more. I really do. I'll put that on the mod list, actually. Another 3311 mouse. Now, where's my 3950? I have an Apex with the charging dock. That's one that I really want to mod. I'm not a huge fan. You got an M3. I got all the M3s I got. Here's an M3. Okay, yeah. What is she chewing on? Dog? Are you licking the carpet? Oh no, you got your peanut butter ball. Yeah. Yeah, you enjoy that. Okay, I've got this M3. I have this M3. What other M3s exist? Oh, VK M3? Valkyrie VK M3? Right? Wait. Oh. Oh, they don't have the name on it? Maybe I sanded it off. Anywho, too many M3s. This is a GM3. You guys don't know about this one. Yeah, well anyway, maybe you can freeze frame that as a GM3. This is actually a rather nice shape. It's like a mini Viper V3. But 3311, it was just really cheap and the shape looked nice. So but the M chose, the thing is, like, is this Sora shape, dude, I tell ya, all these Sora shapes, like, all of these here are all these four here are all very similar. Very similar. The Ajaz probably feels the most different, and then the Attack Shark's the smallest. The M chose just does it better than all of them. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Dude, the clicks in this are so good. These are S tier clicks. This is truly industry-leading Armor Optical implementation. After you click, the collapse is quick, but it's soft. Oh, it feels so good. This is such a good mouse. And it feels really darn similar to the Royal Kludge. Like comparing the size, they are darn near the same. The Royal Kludge has ever so slightly more side tapering. Length is the same. Width, the L7 Plus is slightly wider. The fronts are very similar. Wow, my autofocus is autofocus continuous autofocus. Is this better? Anywho. So I don't know. Part of me is like, why even bother with Sora shapes if I literally have the best one right here? Amazing skates, amazing weight, good performance. We got a good girl right here. Yeah. The stuff that I use more frequently is like right here. I don't know why this guy's here. I don't use it much. Same with the thorn. I don't use the sword. Thorn sword. But these are all going to be in my modding list right here. Yeah. Why don't we do one more? Well, the attack shark I'm not modding. I was looking for, what was the one I was just looking for? The AJ159 Apex. I don't know what I did with it. I wonder if it fell somewhere. Did I used to have it up here? Royal Kludge M3. Oh yeah, RKM3, literally the one that I was just holding. Alright, let's plug this phone back in. Wow, that used up 5% of my battery apparently. This is a very old phone that I'm using here. Zaopin. Yeah, I don't know where my... Oh, there's my 159 Apex. Yeah, maybe I need to change out the scroll wheel in it too. This is a little cringe what I did with the scroll wheel. It feels really good and spammable, but it looks really bad. But I do aim well with this. Yeah, the mechanicals in it feel fine too. Maybe I'll change it out in this 3311 version that Daz gave me in a trade. This is such a good shape. Yeah, this is such a good shape. Skates suck on it though. The white one is not nearly as bad, but this black one, they're so thin. Okay, so let's do... How about I leave it up to chat which one you guys want me to do. I'll give you options. Option 1 is the Dairyu A950 wing. Option 2 is the RKM3. This is the 3311 version. Option 3 is the Zaopin Z1, the old classic egg shape. Option 4, Kaisona Uranus. And option 5 is the AJ159 3311 version. I hear so much bad stuff on AJAZ. They're like Attack Shark. They're not... you guys got to remember that they're more budget tier. Like pretty much most of what they sell is 3311 stuff, but they have stuff that's not terrible. I also don't know what AJAZ's relationship is with Attack Shark, but they seem to collab on some products. But like AJAZ, here's a good one. Here's a good AJAZ mouse. The AJ139. First of all, their names are stupid, but the 139 is actually pretty nice. I think it's kind of like a slightly smaller, flatter GPX. It's rather flat on the sides, but it's actually pretty nicely made, especially for how cheap they are. Like decently sized skates. You still get dongle storage. Yeah, I'm sure the weight's not great. Yeah, it's just kind of a flatter, smaller GPX. 3395 variant is available too. Obviously, you want to avoid all the stuff with charging docks because that gives you the split skates in the back, and then additional weight from the dongle storage and from the charging nuggets. Kaisona is Attack Shark AJAZ. Mad Hater, are you sure about that? I'm not questioning it. I'm like actually curious. I mean, I don't doubt it because like Kaisona, Attack Shark, AJAZ, I kind of clump them all together. and they do seem to be like relatively the same stuff. But we also know that there's only like 6 major mouse factories, so if it doesn't come out of the other 5, you know, they're all, yeah. So what do you guys think for which mouse I should mod? We got these 5 sitting here. My vote is A950 wing. Thank you, Thunderhead. That's kind of the one I'm leaning towards too. Should I just start before anyone says otherwise? Hey dog, are you still enjoying the like 3 molecules of peanut butter that's remaining in this? Oh, you're so cute. You're so sweet. A good doggy. Look at all this skin you got. You're such a stretchy skinned dog. Oh, there is peanut butter in that. Oh, did mommy refill it for you? Oh, that's so cute. You brought it up here to come sit with me. Dare You says Mad Hater. Awesome. 2 votes for Dare You. Okay. And while we're at it, guys, we are going to put on some skates on the Dare You too. Because right now, these are WL mouse skates, and they do not fit well. So we will find skates that fit better. Because the skates that came on this, they're a nice heat-treated PTFE. They are so thin, though. So, let's get started. First of all, to take off the skates, I'll use blue painter's tape, but sometimes I'll use packaging tape for this too. Yeah, so these are B-Stacks. These are WL Mouse B-Stack skates. I just wanted to try something. I see that I did the noob thing and I just stuck it over the existing skates. But like, bro, they're so thin. I don't think I even noticed in game. And I mean, it's not a big deal if you have like really chunky skates. Just if you have tracking issues, you just change the LOD. Modern sensors are so good. So good. Where did this guy go? Where did my... Oh, here they are. This looks like an 11mm encoder, so we're gonna go right there. Cool. Batteries everywhere, huh? These Dare You though, this Dare You A950, they did a real impressive job though with the single screw assembly without having like a ton of side creaking. Dude, Dare You pulled out all the stops to weight reduce this thing, and unfortunately the clicks just ended up feeling like crap. Hitscan Hyperlight nailed it, dude. I remember the right? So there's the ATK F1 and the Hitscan Hyperlight are like basically the same shape, right? God, I need to use my Hyperlight more and my F1. But there was I don't want to say controversy, because the Hitscan is like 5 grams heavier or whatever. It's like 42, 43 grams, something like that. Well, the F1 is, what is it, like 37? 38? I don't know. They all lie too, so. Wait, I can check right now. Y'all want me to? Well, too bad I'm doing it. Hitscan Hyperlight. I've swapped scroll wheel rubbers on both of these mice, so they're gonna look a little goofy to you guys. Do we want to guess? You guys want to guess? I have not battery swapped either of them because they both already have pretty lightweight batteries. I don't know if I have even ever opened up my F1. So I did open my Hyperlight recently, and I want to say it was 41 grams without the skates. I'm gonna say 42.64. Ah, 43.19. Okay. And this guy's definitely lighter, I can already tell. But it's stock skate, stock battery. This is also stock battery. The only thing I swapped in these were scroll wheel rubber. This is a silicone wedding band. This is from a Wise Owl Cloud. I think the white and black goes nice together. I'm going to say 38.50. 36.77. Did I battery swap this? Oh, that's really light. I don't think I've ever opened this though. Brother. Wow. 36.77 versus 43.18. Wow. So like a 6.4 gram difference. That's actually crazy. It is actually, you actually can tell. But sorry, the point is, I still prefer the Hyperlight. I don't know if it's the slight shape revisions or it's just how much like tighter the clicks are. It's just really impressive what a few grams adds to the quality. And the Diryu A950 wing is just evidence of like there is such a thing as too light. 34 grams, guys. Stock skates. Oh, I have the screw off. You guys want me to put the screw back on? Or did I lose it already? Nice job, phalanges. I have magnets here and they usually catch them. Gotta catch them all. Okay. Damn, dude, the Hyperlight's so good. Hyperlight is so good. ATK is another brand, though, that maybe I'm biased because I love the F1 and the X1. But I would put them in my personal S tier, but not, I don't know if I would do S tier as a recommendation to everyone else. The duck bill is stupidly expensive. So there's that. Let your doggo pick. Should I pick up a cutting board from Sam's Club? Oh, lol, you found that video, huh? I think it's fun. I think hard pads, like plastic hard pads, are untapped. There's a lot of innovation that could be had there. I would say you should pick up a cutting board if it's something that intrigues you, like the idea of playing on plastic. Or if like one day plastic pads become a thing and you don't want to drop a whole bunch of money on one. Look at this. I squeezed the side so hard just playing with this that I actually broke the support rib, so I had to super glue it back together. Yeah. Good times. Yeah, these switches, huh? Disappointing. Disappointing, dare you? Well, I mean, it's like, oh, there's the screw. It's like impressive engineering. Like this PCB is insane, you guys. I've never seen a PCB this thin. This has got to be like the lightest PCB I've ever seen. Like this is some G-Wolves level crap here. We can weigh the PCB once I take it out. Even the battery is like a 210 milliamp hour and only weighs like, I want to say 3.9 grams. Oh, I should have weighed the other PCBs. Shoot. Also, I need to be saying PCBA, not just PCB, but PCBA, PCB assembly. Because PCB refers to just the circuit board. PCBA refers to the switches, the encoder, the sensor, everything soldered on, the connectors. Yep. Man, this thing's so thin. It's like so bendy. And then there's little clips here we gotta undo. Bada bing, bada boom. That is... Oh my gosh, it's so thin, you guys. My guess is gonna be... The encoder's like the heaviest thing. That and the sensor. Also, the lens is attached. But they went with the smaller lens. That's smart. I'm gonna say 6.8 grams. 6.83. 5.89. That is one lightweight PCB. I'm going to make a note of that to add to my spreadsheet. One more mouse to add to my collection. This is a 950 wing. This is... I'm pretty sure I already have this. 11mm encoder. And this is 5.89 grams. Yeah, the PCB weight is a newer addition as of like a few weeks ago in my spreadsheet, so I have not weighed a whole lot of PCBAs. Time to work. Have fun and hope to catch you again sometime. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you for tuning in, Jeremy. I'm sorry I didn't catch this message earlier. Time to work. Dang, night shift, dude. How about in chat? Have any of you guys ever had a night shift job? Or, I don't know, maybe he's in a different part of the world, but it's also Saturday, so that sucks too, to be working weekends. But have any of you guys ever had a night shift job? Is that a 2-layer? Is it all surface mount? Yeah, it looks to be a 2-layer PCB. Again, I'm not an expert here. There are components on this side, right? We have the we have the USB-C, and we have this here, plus all the soldering for the switches and such. So, I'm guessing it's just a 2-layer. Which begs the question, how do they do it in 2 layers and like everyone else has to do it in a whole bunch more? Is Diryu like some super knowledgeable company? Okay, this guy should be heated up. Heated up and heated up. Let's go. Solder, my lead-free solder. I like to take a bite every now and then. Wow, that comes out of the PCB so easily. See, that time I used PCB correctly. So oftentimes you can kind of melt the plastic on the switches a little bit. You know, you just kind of touch it with the soldering iron and it melts a little bit if you're not quick enough. But I was using, which switch was I using the other day? That is like polycarbonate, so it's like really high melting temperature, and you can just tell, or like fiberglass or something, and you can just tell, like even this feels maybe like a nylon. I don't know. I do kind of wish I worked more with plastics. I honestly would kind of like to have a job in injection molding. So I'm a mechanical engineer. I worked in high pressure die casting, which is a similar process. I've talked about this on stream, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but it's a similar process of, you know, you melt something, squirt it into a die, cool the die down, and pop the part out. But injection molding is just all around us. All around us. Not a whole lot of it is done here in the US just because it's so cheap to do overseas, but I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I don't know if there's a ton of innovation left to be done there, but it's just a cool industry because it's just so ubiquitous. Maybe that's what I find a little bit exciting. Like, I remember growing up, you know, you like don't really know what your mom or dad does for a living. You know, growing up, we all want to be something simple, like, oh, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be a policeman, I want to be a dancer, I want to be a singer, because these are all things that are very visible skills that you can explain to a 7-year-old. But like, I work in supply chain management. What does that mean? I'm a project manager. You know, what does that mean? What do you do day to day? So I don't know, if you're like, I'm an engineer, okay, you do like math and stuff, and you can be like, no, I make plastic parts, and then you point to the phone that they're holding and you're like, yeah, that case that is on your phone is injection molded. I don't know. I think there's something cool about like relatability. You know what's funny? I want to try something. This PCB is so thin, I wonder if I can get away without soldering on an icicle and just solder directly to this stub. But first, let's get out some switches so we can bin them. Bin switches make the world go round. New slogan for the Mousecast. Ooh, that one feels bad. Those ones are quite nice right there. Those two. Yeah, this one kind of felt like poop. Yeah, heavy and not a lot of tactility. What if I should just throw that one out? Rejects, huh? Otherwise, my whole bag of switches is gonna, if I just keep doing this, it's just gonna become a bin of rejects. So what I'll do here is I will open up my little case here, and I will put a little sticker, and I will say my marker. I don't want to spill this thing. We'll say feels bad, man. And we'll put that right there. All right. I remember that I did that on stream too. Okay. Now, where were we? I do 3D printing, but I have a bit of interest in injection molding. Bend them to your will. Yeah, Mad Hatter, it's really cool how active you've been, dude. I really appreciate that. I think all of us do. It's always good when we see people active on the Discord. Yeah, 3D printing's fun. I remember, so I go to these schools occasionally and give talks on like career days about engineering and manufacturing is like what I represent. And if I ever get asked like, you know, how do I know if this is something that I'll like? I'll ask, have you done 3D printing? Because a lot of kids this day and age, a lot of them have done 3D printing in school or at home. And it's just crazy how many skills you can learn in 3D printing. I mean, things like, you know, like how much bed temperature matters. And like melting points of different polymers and layer heights, and you're talking about like dimensional and like you got to account for like shrinkage of things, and this is there's like really complex math behind it. And it, you know, when you're a kid, it's not about understanding the complex math, it's about playing with something and having fun. And if like along the way you develop some really good intuition, kudos to you, you know. That was a stubby little icicle on that one, but I think it'll still work because we got a teeny tiny PCB, a super thin PCB. All right, which one was left and which one was right? I don't think it's gonna matter. These felt pretty similar. All right, we'll do that one for left mouse and this one for right mouse. Yeah, I might have been able to get away without doing the icicle, but it looks like it would have been iffy, so I'm glad I did. Wow, this is, it's actually kind of tough to hold. Mad Hatter says, let me get the solder joint on first, then I'll read that chat message. It's so accessible now. Yeah, 3D printing. I mean, the Snapmaker U1 hit an all-time high in Kickstarter for a 3D printer launch. Interesting, I haven't heard about that one. I've been out of 3D printing for a while, but I definitely respect it. Snapmaker U1, is that like a, is it like a really low cost, really low barrier to entry? Or is that one of the, or does it have some innovations with it? Like I know probably a couple years ago, the like super fast stuff like Bamboo Labs, right? Bamboo Labs has really revolutionized 3D printing because now you have printers that are really fast and like rather premium, kind of just like set it and forget it, which has been the problem with 3D printing for so long. It's not like sending a PDF to the printer. There's a lot of tinkering that you have to do. And that just turns so many people off, which I understand. It honestly was a little bit of a turnoff for me. I was just so sick of like replacing parts and troubleshooting printing. I wasn't making that much stuff. I was just trying to get a print to work. So, but I remember I had at work very briefly a, oh my gosh, Mark Forged X1 Carbon or whatever, one of the carbon fiber inlay printers from a few years ago, and that was just so nice. I mean, yeah, the software is like really locked down, and you only have like 2 filament options because everything is like super tuned. But man, talk about just time is money. Just being able to hit print and it just friggin' works. Dimensionally, it's really good. You don't have to print 5 times, iterating each time to get it, like a good fitment into whatever component you're trying to mate to. Yeah. I really, really like that printer. But it was like a $20,000 printer, so it better be pretty good. But yeah, we got it through. It was like back in COVID time. We applied to a local kind of incubator program thing to get 3D printers for, it was one of those things that on the surface it was related to COVID, to like be able to print COVID masks or whatever. But like, are you printing COVID? You know, does a $20,000 printer do COVID masks any better than a $300 Ender 3 or whatever? No, these were all the same. So what it really was about was using money to kind of inject knowledge into the local area where I'm in, into additive manufacturing, because it's just so many. Where I live, there's some really big manufacturing industries that are just full of old boomers who have one way of thinking. Yeah. It's an $800 printer with swappable print heads, manual leveling, such a pain in the ass. $100 Ender 3. Yeah, dude, I got a $100 Ender 3 from Micro Center back in the day. I ended up just selling it for what I bought it for a few months ago. I just was not using it. Just was not using it enough. Again, too much time tinkering. I mean, yeah, Ender 3 is cool because like there's all this aftermarket for it, but I don't know. I didn't want to spend a bunch of time and money getting it just to work. So I don't know. One day if I get back into it, like if I have a son on the way, if like I want to show him 3D printing, I'll probably just buy something that's really good at set it and forget it. If that's Bamboo or somebody else, I don't really care. No brand loyalty here. I'm gonna check on my dog. She was barking. Okay, you guys are coming with me. They have a wireless headset. So you guys are coming with me to take my dog potty. You want to go potty, Nova? Let's go potty. I probably should have taken the camera with me too, because it's a Wi-Fi camera, so. Oh, I think, does she want to play or you want to go potty? You know what, let me go grab the camera. I'm supposed to be engaging when I'm live streaming, right? It's 11:18. Okay. Yeah, wife went to bed. And let's take this camera with me. Hopefully you don't run out of battery, little camera. Come on, Nova. Let's go potty. Yeah, I know you got your ball. She might have been barking just because she wants to play. But I hope it's just going potty. She's usually pretty good about asking to go potty. Oh, it's nice and cool outside, Nova. Yeah, you're happy that the weather's cooling down because then you can play for longer. Yeah. Alright. Take the camera with me because I'm a streamer boy now, I guess. And we need the flashlight. I'm sorry for the weird. Maybe I should have just paused the stream. Oh well. Whoops. What is going on here? There we go. Little baby gate type thing. Yeah, she's peeing. She going pee-pee. She pees. I think it's funny. She's gonna get zoomies. She might. Yeah, she's going after bugs. This is bad. She wants to play. Go poo-poo, Nova. Go poo-poo. I got a fencing or something underneath the deck so she doesn't go under there and so that other critters don't. But right now it's nice. It's nice storage space. She's sniffing, so I'm just seeing if she's gonna poop. I won't show that on stream. I don't know if that's like against terms of use. I don't want to get banned from YouTube. I have to start a new Mousecast channel. I think I have all the raw recordings. I might not have every single one, but I think I have most of them. Or at least the original ones that were recorded and then uploaded, not the live ones. The live ones exist only on YouTube. Okay, I think. Come on, Nova. You want me to throw your ball for you? Oh, dog. Oh, dog. There we go. Okay, Nogurt. There we go. And she's gonna go to her food bowl. Oh, not really. She went to her ball. Alright, well, I know what she wants. We know what she wants. Oh, but dog, it's bedtime. Bedtime, dog. Yeah. It's bedtime, baby. You know you want to play. Because I'm fun dad and I play games with you. Yeah. I know, baby girl, but it's bedtime. I want to finish putting this mouse together and then end the stream, but we gotta finish the mouse. We got Okay, Doge. Let's go upstairs and finish the mouse. I wonder how much battery we lost here. 71%. I don't know what it was at before, but I think quite a bit more. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Now I think we're back to our... Yeah, we're back to our regular content. Battery's connected, screws are in. Okay, sometimes I just gotta double check where I left off, you know? Old Doge. The weather has been so set my pool. The weather has been so set my pool up. Needed a new sad pump. It was too cold all August to swim. Really, too cold all August? That bites. I'd ask you where you are, but I don't really know if we want to get into that. Too cold all August. That really bites. Yeah, usually August is quite nice where I'm at. And early August can be pretty hot, but this is also hot by like my standards. I don't know. You know, I'm in a state that gets all 4 seasons here in the US, but I have a gaming buddy who's from Florida, and he's going to school near Chicago-ish area now, and he's like, dude, how do you guys survive? It is so cold. Yeah, those switches feel nice. A little bit on the light side, but that feels good. Good enough. Ship it. Ship it. Yeah, put that screw back in. 7 people are watching. You guys watched through the dog stream? The dog going pee-pee stream? Wow. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I cut out these cutouts down here. That was for dongle storage. That didn't really work all that great, but whatever. I tried something and it didn't work, so you live and you learn. Where did I put my flathead? Oh, right in front of me. Look at that. I'm smart. This is like part of the reason why I try to keep a clean workspace is because I'm blind, I guess. But if you have a spot for things, then it's less likely to lose it because you just have to check the spot. Something I miss about living in the dorms in college. You just own such little and you have such a little space that you live in that like when you misplace something, there's only like 2 places it could be, you know? I wonder what the side here says. Somebody snip this and look it up on Google Translator or Yandex image translator is what I often use. Yandex is good. Wonder what that means. Does it just translate to like dare you? Or is it like some cool code like says something about being a lightweight samurai? I don't know. Samurai's Japanese culture though. I assume dare you is Chinese. I'm pretty sure dare you is like Dongguan, which is an area in China, right? Dongguan, something like that. Technology company. These skates are so thin, so thin. Make everything lightweight, I guess. But bro, 34, nearly 30, not even 35 grams with skates. Impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, the Omron opticals in it feel good. And the little foam mod that I did too really helps with limiting post-travel so that it doesn't feel so... Mad Hater says, I'm in North Carolina. Daz knows. Oh, really? North Carolina? Okay. Too cold in August, really. Sholdosh says, between heat waves, hurricanes, and alligators, give me a bit of chilly winds any day. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel sometimes too. The thing is too, like summer in like Florida is just so brutal. You know, it's just like a nice day in the summertime is like 90 degrees. I don't know. My wife and I were there this past like late April, early May. And yeah, like the highs each day was like 88 to 94 probably. And for me, my limit's about like, yeah, high 80s. Once you're at like 90, then I'm like, a clean desk, what's that? I bought stuff from him. Yeah. Yep, there's definitely easy ways to dox me and Daz, but I am never going to say what those are. People could figure it out if they wanted to. Man, 8 people watching. Y'all are crazy. So let's put on some skates. Let's double the weight of the mouse by putting on Viper V3 skates. No. Would they fit nicely? I actually don't know. No, we'll probably do... I'm thinking these M-Chose skates actually might fit quite nicely, right? Like, here's an M-Chose. Yeah, that's not bad. Slightly different curvature. That's not bad. So, for those of you guys who are new to this, I bought a bunch of Hasaku skates from AliExpress that were cheap, like after coins. You know, they were the ones that it's like you get a 2-pack for like $5, but then it's 62% off with coins. So you can just get a crap ton of skates for really cheap. And they're nice. They seem decent quality. They're thick. They're kind of that milky white PTFE, kind of like, I don't know. This reminds me of how what's their face? WMO's B-Stack skates are. I don't think that's gonna be the right curvature. It's not terrible, but I also don't think I need that much skate. I was just curious. And then I also have these VXE R1 skates. Where was the one I peeled off earlier? This is the one. Let's see how these look. That fits rather nicely. Let's try the front one. The front one might be too big and I might just go to the M-Chose A5 skates. It's the right size. It's kind of not quite the right curvature. We'll try the M-Chose skates. See, I worry that I'm actually going to run out of the M-Chose skates. Maybe I'm just like a friggin' hoarder. And who cares? I have like 4 of each. Oh, I also have... Wait a second. I also have Ninjutsu Sora skates. And these are not my favorite. Because I have 2 mice already. So I already know I'm going to use up a couple. But I don't like that they're smaller than the others. I kind of like big skates. I don't know. I don't like soft pads. I try to play on firmer pads for that reason. Guess I have bad like tension management or whatever. I push into the pad too much. Let's see how that front one fits. I'll accept interesting older mice for info. Oh, third eye. You know what's funny? I wonder if I actually do if I actually reverse the bottom and top skates. I don't know, this is getting kind of ghetto. Yeah, we're just gonna do the M-Chose skates. But I'm putting it over the existing skates because they're so thin already. When I was playing with this, I was having problems with it. I was like realizing I was just rubbing the whole thing into the whole bottom of the mouse into the pad. So M-Chose A5. Yeah. Yeah, I got these skates. I got the Sora skates because both my Sora skates are bad. And then I got the other ones just because I thought they would be like a good universal fit. Though maybe we're learning here that universal fit is a myth. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, I'll take that. Sure. And then the bottom one. Sensor ring we're gonna skip. I suppose I could. Maybe I should actually. Bottom one does not fit as well. Should I actually flip these? Man, I'm like such a freaking dude. I've already put like way more thought into this than probably what most people ever should. That's okay. I'll do me. If you guys don't like it, go check out another YouTuber. I'll be okay. I swear. That's not terrible fitment either. And then the top here, we'll do like that. Boy, that looks weird, but I guess it works. That's what we're going with. And then let's put that center ring on. If it'll fit around it. It might. I'm so bad at applying stickers. How can you be bad? I'm probably being bad for like touching the adhesive with my fingers, which are not the cleanest right now. But well, the center skate ring fits really nicely. The rest of it, not really. It definitely adds height. Yeah, I was gonna sit off the sensor's gonna sit off the pad by a fair little bit, but that's okay. How much did we increase the weight? You guys want to guess with me? I'll weigh the whole sticker pack. I'm gonna say 1.79. Ooh, 2.76. Wow. So now my dear you is more like a 36. It's still 36 grams. Dude, the side buttons are good on these too. They're glossy. They protrude a lot. I kind of borked mine by messing up the stupid structure. It's a skeleton structure on the inside. 9 viewers. I have peak viewership right now, but guys, I want to go to bed. Or, are there any good TV shows I should watch? Because I don't really like going to bed this early. It's only like 9. It's only 11:35. Yeah, bro, it's Friday night. Oh, am I weird? I save the sensor ring here. Sometimes they're rounded. This one's a little bit. This one's rounded a little bit. I don't know. It's like a dot skate. So sometimes where this is nifty is like if you want to put like at the ass end, the sort of apex right at the bottom. I've also used these as shims. These ones are rather thick, but I've used these as shims for clicks before, but that's not really the best because PTFEs are rather soft plastic, and for clicks you want something that is abrasion resistant. And I'm going to actually this seems like a Hasaku skate, but it's not. This is from, well, maybe it is. Oh, see this? I hate this when the adhesive wants to start delaminating from the. That's as far in as she goes, boys. See how the adhesive wants to start peeling away from the PTFE? I hate that. How to ruin a skate right there. No, I'll keep this in my bag of Hasaku skates. And I'll label it. Yeah. Any of you guys in game right now? What you playing? Somebody carry me in the finals. I want to try out that game, but I don't want to just get curb stomped by, like, I don't know. The only time I watch finals gameplay, it's like watching Viscose or other aimers, and I'm just like, well, shit. If I try that, I am toast. Is my Sharpie gonna work on this? No. Cool beans. So we're gonna do packaging tape then. Put my fingerprints on it too. Oh, did I shake the camera there? Whoops-a-daisy. Yeah, it looks okay. This is cool that you guys tune into my stream though. Like I gotta say, I really appreciate that. Like I do this mouse modding thing. I've done this like 2-3 nights a week for like probably, I don't know, a year. I never shared it with anyone, so thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are cool. WL mouse Beast X. Yeah. How's my handwriting? Isn't it funny? Do you guys, am I the only one who's that way? Who's like, when you've seen someone's handwriting, you like know something a little bit more about them? Maybe I'm just weird. I'm just weird. That's okay. Handwriting, it's like a very personal thing, but I don't know. This day and age is getting less and less relevant, isn't it? Oh, should I put those skates on my Sora? Yeah. So my Sora V2. Oh, I had corner skates. Oh, I have a whole bunch of. Okay. How am I clicks in these? Ah, my V2 has a little bit of pre-travel. Sorry, I should zoom out here. My Sora V1. Yeah, they really did change the shape, huh? I can't decide which one I like more. The V2 is more boring, but the V1 is not my favorite shape. Also, there's a bit of post-travel. Oh, they put foam in here. Okay, I thought I feel that. I see that? Oops, I zoom way the heck in here. Can you guys see that towards the scroll wheel? There's one little bit of black foam. You guys see that in there? Yeah, there you go. I just bend the crap out of the button and I'll see it. Did I do those? That might have been me. Yeah, I think I did that actually. Yeah, I think these switches just aren't bent that well. I'm pretty sure the Sora was like one of the very first mice. Oh no, which dongle? Oh, I took them both out of their dongle cubbies. Which one goes where? White PCB versus black PCB? I'm going to assume white PCB is V1. Is one labeled Snappy Fire? Or is the V2 Snappy Fire only? Oh no, okay, well, I'll figure it out one day. Anywho, well, I guess I have 4 Sora skates and technically no Sora that needs them. Those white skates on those, they're kind of like Pulsar skates. They're just okay. These ones are going to be a little bit better. I'm not a huge skate snob though. Sorry. Currently watching Alien Earth, Twisted Metal Season 2, Peacemaker Season 2, Chucky Season 3, Dan Season 2, and some other anime I'm not even going to try to spell. Interesting. I'm not big into animes. I watched Full Metal Alchemist and really enjoyed that to the point where I think I rewatched it once too. But I'm not. I don't know. Oh, I guess One Punch Man. So I guess I'm pretty normie when it comes to anime. I do like animated stuff, like I was talking about Invincible earlier on the stream. But I don't know, some of the, anime isms can be, the over the top, Goku screaming for 5 minutes straight stuff doesn't quite float my boat, so I'm open to. Your handwriting looks a lot like mine when I write in caps. Yeah, and then I'm an engineer, right? So I'm just used to. I've been writing in all caps since. Can I write on something? I'll write on these switches. I got a whole bunch of silent switches that I should actually. Yeah, let's organize some switches. Why not? Let's put some switches away. Switches for the. I can't see that word, can I? Yeah, let's do, should I move my silent switches to another compartment? Maybe I should. But this way, my soldering iron is off. Am I zoomed out here? There we go, now I'm zoomed out. Yeah, I will move my Huano switches over to here, and my silent switches to over here. So I got some silent switches to add to the bin here. These are Incot Huano switches here. These are there's the roaring and the galloping version. Pretty rare switches because I don't know where you can buy them other than harvesting them from Incot Mite. So I have 4 of them though, and I'm not a huge fan of them. I'm sorry, I'm a big fan of like. That they're actually a unique switch. They're a little bit too light for me. And I'm just like I'm an optical sympathizer now, so. But I got 50 of these switches. I want to say 50. I want to say like $2. It was insane. And I'm kind of disappointed in them. Kind of disappointed in them if I'm being totally honest. Alright, there's all my silent switches. So let's compare a couple here. Just looking around for Viper V2 shapes as Thunderhead. Oh yeah, dude. Incot 039 Deluxe M800 Ultra. Underrated mouse right there. I like the M800 Ultra. Maybe I'm crazy. M800 Ultra is slightly smaller. Okay, these all feel the same. They're all like... They're exactly how they look. They have like a little bit of tactility, but they don't have enough travel where they kind of feel like crap. Like you just don't have, when you don't have enough travel, it ends up just feeling like really stiff. I don't know if my camera's focusing or not. It doesn't look like it. Oh well. And then these gray box switches. I said this previously on stream, but I'm realizing too, like when you stream, it's okay to repeat yourself because people come and go. So it's not like a VOD. So people said in a Reddit thread that these are more tactile than the brown guano switches that I rather like. No, they feel like these red ones. A little bit better. They definitely are better than the red ones. They have a little tiny bit more travel. And they have a nice collapsing feel, but yeah, no, these ones still feel better. Oh, these feel so much better. Just look at that, how it has a very clear either closed or open. It really doesn't want to stay halfway like that. Like I'm really having to finesse it. You gotta just stay halfway without fully depressing it. It either is not depressed or it's fully depressed. That's how I like my switches. Like I don't know if I just take a kale here, can I do the same? Oh yeah, there's so much pre-travel in it. Yeah, that's all pre-travel. I don't think you guys can hear the clicks, but lots of pre-travel. And then going back to this guy. Nope. Nope, I can't really pre-travel this guy at all. Yeah. Good little switches, silent switches. The tactility, I honestly wish I just had this, but it made sound. I even took these apart to see if there's a way I could make it make sound, but I think it's a material change, so I don't think I can. Oh, I gotta put these guys away, huh? These are actually different. Look at that. It's a white bottom. These are the ones from the Dare You A950 wing. Oh, whoops. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, A950 wing are these switches, and they're different from there. So, and I'll just put them up here. Green swords go there. I have way too many transparent blue shell pink dots. I have so many. Again, AliExpress coins. They were my favorite switch for a couple months, so I was just putting them in everything, and now I have way too many. I probably have, I don't know, 20, 30 transparent blue shell pink dots. Let's see, what's my text message say? Wait, what? Tenta X, we are officially making shoes? It will be a very limited number though? What? Oh, dude. I think that might go over well because Final Mouse and Sneaker Bros, there's some crossover in those communities. Oh, we wanted to see my handwriting. Am I able to write on this? Not really. You can use the sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And that uses every letter in the alphabet. Well, my focus is autofocus continuous, please. Huh. Maybe I need to swap my top and bottom cameras. The thing is, my side camera that I'm using over there, when I use that on my top-down view, this work light gives really bad banding. So again, look at my hands and look at the black and white banding on it. That again is from the LED work light. That is not something that I can control unless I get a analog camera or a non-LED work light. So yeah, TV shows. I actually had a bunch of switches to my AliExpress cart in hopes to try them. Yeah, AliExpress is a really good place for switches. I really wish there was more like manufacturer info online. Like there really aren't good data sheets. It's pretty disappointing. It can be very frustrating. I kind of want to go hang out with the dog and like watch a TV show. So I really liked Invincible. New season of that comes out I think next year. I often just watch a lot of YouTube. Like YouTube channels that I'm subscribed to are like, so Linus Tech Tips I watch mostly for the WAN show. I usually would watch that while doing mouse modding, but now that I'm actually behind a few WAN shows now that I've been live streaming when I do modding. Oh my gosh, what channels am I subscribed to? Donut Media and Big Time. Those are 2 car channels. And Speed with 3 E's. Those guys are all pretty much insta clicks for me, except for Donut. I used to watch a bit of Star Wars, like fan analysis videos, like Stupendous Wave. I should really just look at my YouTube subscriptions, because I feel like I'm just gonna give bad take if I'm going off the cuff here. Oh, NFL stuff. Yeah, you guys see all the NFL stuff that's going out? Because like Mr. Beast did a promotion for NFL subscriptions. Bokabola, we talked about. Hardware Unboxed is, yeah, computer hardware. Veritasium, oh, I love Veritasium. They're an instant click for me. Tech Linked is a Linus Tech Tips thing. They do news. Practical Engineering is a... Yeah, Practical Engineering does... can I actually zoom in on this? Sure. Practical Engineering does... He's a civil engineer. Stuff Made Here is an insane guy who just makes me feel like I'm incompetent. Insane engineering type stuff. He'll build technology. Connections is good. Alexis Dahl is cool. I Can Do That is good, but small. Aging Wheels. Instant click for me there too. Raw Input Podcast, Board Z Optimum. Oh, Kurzgesagt is really good. Hardware Unboxed. Doug Demir is alright. Cleo Abrams is really good. Paul's Hardware is okay. Short Circuit. Oh, In Peripherals, no new video. MKBHD. Shoal new video. I gotta check your stuff out. Yeah, Yarn Hub is good. A lot of these I like haven't watched in a long time though, so I don't really know why. Astrum's really... I need to watch some Astrum. That was another one that was during... Oh yeah, We're Here to Help podcast. What a shame that podcast is now on behind a paywall. Really, really funny podcast. The main actor guy is, or it's two actors. It's one actor plus one comedian. They take phone calls that is like somebody comes to them with like a problem, like a ridiculous over the top problem, and they react live to like and give really bad advice. But it's really funny because they're just really, really good chemistry with each other, the 2 hosts. But the one guy was the lead character on New Girl, the TV show New Girl. I used to watch a lot of true crime. Yeah, true crime stuff is okay. Like occasionally I'll click on something related to that, but I don't know. I kind of just want to cut to the chase, and sometimes I don't want to know the full story. Daz released... This is crazy. Daz must have had... Because he's on vacation right now. So he must have released a V2... Or sorry, VGN-F2 short. Yeah, he just released this. So he had this pre-planned and ready to go before he went on his trip. Wild. I assume it's a trip. He told me where he was driving to, and it's like 4 hours away, so... Yeah, what is this 10 to X notification, though? This is such a boomer move, guys. I'm on my phone. 10 to X. No way. No way. It's real? Not at all related. You just have to focus to get the feel. It took me some time to get the feel of surfaces and friction. Now I have my own freak method, where officially making shoes will be a very limited number. No way. No way, dude. Are we for real? Oh, my fantastic camera's focus. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna have to switch focusing. That's crazy, dude. I'm not at all a sneaker guy. I guess you can get Onio branded sneakers. He had this all set up, dude. It's an interesting market. So, yeah, Azar is crazy. I respect him a lot after talking to him. Look at that. The tag on the tongue says 10 to X. I respect him a lot. This is personally a move that I would never make, but maybe there is some crossover between those markets. He seems like a kind of a businessy guy. Like he's an enthusiast for tech stuff, but not on the level of like, you know, he's not gonna mod mice like I do. So I respect him. If he thinks there's a market that he can sell shoes with anime leaf petals and stuff on it, dude, kudos. Oh, my window's open. One of my neighbors must be smoking something good. Getting sneakers made is pretty cheap. Is it? I really have no idea. I imagine though they're not going to be cheap. I mean, he has his margin to make. He has his artists to pay. He has his shipping in. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's outside my realm of knowledge, so I shouldn't. This aged great like it's a guy who explains old movies to a friend. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to end the stream there. I'm going to go watch. I don't know. Figure out something to watch. Thank you guys all so much for checking out the stream, for continuing to watch the podcast. It really, really does mean more than you guys think. I'm probably gonna I hope all the stuff can continue when I have a kid, because I hope I don't just look back at this as being like, oh, remember when that was so much fun. I hope it's more of a can't wait for next week's episode. So leave a comment if there's any future mice you want me to mod or something you want me to explain or explore. I will certainly try to cater to what the audience wants. So with that, thank you all for watching. Catch you next time.